look at this impeccable time.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. End of season bumper show, as you can see. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
What season, isn't it? What season it's been? Oh, I forgot my intro. All of the stars are fading away. We'll try not to worry. We'll get them someday. We'll beat you at home. We'll beat you away. Stop crying, Frank Lampard. My boy done the thing. I gotta celebrate. What are you man saying?
That is really sad. Like your
Yeah, that is very sad.
About Everton. You have no shame whatsoever. I'm joined by David. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
I don't even know how to feel. I don't know what to say. Like, it's been a stinker.
Yeah, I hear you on that, bro. I hear you on that. I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
I got this top in 2008. This is the oldest Liverpool top I could find. Reason why is because I'm extremely proud of everyone to the man at football club. From Jurgen Klopp to Alisson Becker to the best centre back in Premier League history, Virgil van Dijk, Mane, Salah, Thiago. Listen, all the man, even Curtis Jones. Listen, we done our thing. We scratched, we clawed, we lost out to the better team. I'm extremely proud of my team. We were on for unprecedented quadruple. If we get a treble, still a great season. We go again. We go again. Yeah, let me have it. Let me have the call. No. I was talking all that crud. Let me have it. I don't care. Let me have it.
Bro, the way our season's gone, I can't even say jack all, bro. Honestly,
no one can really chat.
I don't care about my season. I'm going to chat, but let's go.
I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
As the great BT Sport adverts go, Thursday nights, Europa nights. The season is over. That is the best thing I can say. The season is finished. We move.
And I'm joined by special guests. We've got Lola in the building. What's going on, Lola?
All right. You know, my agenda's coming out run. I appreciate it.
Can I ask? What's SL Eagles?
South London Eagles.
Oh, I hear that still.
What, Palace?
I hear that still.
She's been riding for Palace for time still. She's been riding for them.
I hear
but
that.
Yes. Whoa.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Before we get started, can I go through some of the comments? Because the people are here already. Big up SW6. He says big up the podcast. He's happy that Lola's here. Of course, we all are. Big up David. He says big up top 4. Baraka as well. He says shout out to the man them whose clubs are in the top 4. David, put your camera on. He's talking to
shots, yeah? Oh, shots.
C1 says big up the panel. Hold that. Inject it into my veins. Lola, swing Saliba to SW6. My guy C1 knows what he's talking about. and then Boss Lion says, well, God, I just wanted to say that I almost had a heart attack yesterday. This football thing is too much. More to come on Saturday. Kissing my teeth. Yes.
I mean,
man.
It's only right that we... It's only absolutely like the video, people, of course. It's only right that we start at the Etihad, of course, because Manchester City are your 2022 champions. 4 titles in 5 years. I mean, incredible stuff for Man City. They made hard work of it, of course, with Aston Villa, who come out the blocks flying, and City just couldn't lay a glove. And then all of a sudden, after 70 minutes, they just switched the gas. And, was it 3 goals in 5 minutes?
Peter, I'll say this. I was 15 minutes away from questioning everything that Pep has done in his football career. I was 15 minutes away.
Robin, I composed the message into the WhatsApp group chat. I wrote it. I tagged Peter and I was going to say, answer for the crimes of your boy, because there is no way you're bottling the league like this. No way.
Guys. I should be a football manager, bro. Did you, even before the subs were made, I predicted you needed to come off, man. I have receipts, bro. I'm a top dog. I don't know what he was doing in the first half. I said, Fernandinho needs to come
Sentimental.
off.
You could tell that he thought that he was going to just get over Aston Villa easy and play them sentimentally. No, he got hooked off at half time.
You see the thing with Pep, yeah? He overthinks things, bro. I knew from opening tap, bro, this is not correct, bro. Man City were moving mad. I said, Fernandinho needs to come off. Cancelo should never, ever be at left back. Leave him on right back, bro. Stones did jack all, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, am I right in saying that Stones played right back?
Yes.
What?
Stones played right back. Yes.
I saw the team and I said, no way he's playing right back. No way.
He's a sicko.
Oh, Pierre, the man them are saying, you're one lucky lawyer, very, very lucky lawyer. And YG Jez says, big up. Pep was 15 minutes away from getting his name rebranded to Lep.
The guy
because the L has to come.
Thank God at halftime you saw. You see, I'm Pep Guardiola in disguise. I'm just a bro, and I predicted the substitution that needed to be made. Obviously, they went there. Aston Villa went and scored the second. I was just like, yay. This is mad. I was in my house with my uncle. We had 2 screens on. I had Liverpool game and bro.
Let me ask you a lot of question. Did any of you actually think City were going to lose this title?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
I was doubting. I was like, this cannot happen.
Because obviously they just needed to draw, didn't they?
No, they needed to win.
They needed to win. They needed to win.
Because Liverpool were drawing, but we all knew Liverpool were going to score. Like we all knew Liverpool were going to win. And in that case, Man City couldn't draw the game. They had to win.
It was obvious Liverpool were going to win. With City, when it was 1-0, I said, there's enough time. When it went 2, I said, wow.
I can't lie. When Coutinho bagged that second, I said, "Yo."
Okay, you guys ain't hearing. You guys ain't hearing me. If City drew the game yesterday, even with Liverpool winning, City are the champions.
No. Remember, City are 1 point. They're 1 point ahead, not 3.
They went into the game 1 point away from each other.
Oh, well, they won.
No, 1 point. Okay. Yeah.
My bad. I thought it was 3 points.
So
I
now
thought it was
you
90 and
understand.
93. I thought it was 90 and 93 points at the end.
And bear in mind, at the 75th minute, it's 2-0 Aston Villa. City had to pull 3 goals.
Oh my goodness!
City had to pull 3 goals out of nowhere.
But if there's anyone
came off the bench.
If there's any football club in the world, though, any football club in the world, City, you can bank on scoring 3 goals in 5 minutes.
Well, of course, but they didn't score. They didn't score any goals in the first 75.
Hear what I'm saying. When your text was composed, there was not one part of me that thought City are losing this title. Not one part.
You thought a draw was good enough, so
no. I thought City would win against Aston Villa, even at 2 down. That's what I'm saying to you. I never thought for 1 second. It's not even faith. I look at the proof in the pudding. I've watched the club.
If you were watching the game, like City were drunk. Like
City were bad, bro.
Yeah, no, they weren't good. They weren't good. But when it comes to the Premier League, this is their competition. You know, like with Madrid, you know, like how Madrid beat Chelsea, they beat PSG, then they beat City, and we sort of turn around and be like, you know what? Madrid at the end of the day, even if they're not that good, because they're not that good, right? But at the end, the metal is there.
The heritage kicks in. The heritage kicks in.
Yes and no. They even put that stat up that when City are not winning at half time, they rarely win the game. They might draw it, but they rarely win it, which is the start. I was like, wow, I didn't know that one. So part of the reason is like a lot of what they actually do, they tend to win by winning, like as in they're in front by far, or they're controlling the game, or they're drawing by half time, and then they win. They were 1-0 down, and then they were 2-0 down. So the section for not 1-10, they were poor. They were poor until they made.
But do you know what it is with City though? Is that if City were playing well and they were 2 down, then you get nervous. If City haven't even arrived at the scene, then you know. Then it's one of the.
I don't know, man.
It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Wait there, Oscar. Wait there. Let me finish. If City were terrible as they were the first 70 minutes and didn't lay a glove on Villa, and Villa got 2 goals, I think they should have had 3 and 4 at some stage, right?
Really?
Oh, there was some clear cut chances that Villa missed.
I've had the heart to watch it back here.
Don't AD, don't bother AD. Trust
Watkins was at 1-0 though.
No, he was taking the entire game. He was doing score at least 2.
Yeah, if had it gone to 3 and 4, then of course you'd say this title's over, right? But it was the fact that it was only 2-0, and I was a bit like, the way that the narrative was going, because I had the screens on and I had the volume up on some of the games, and it was just like, I don't know. For me, it was just a case of look, they'll turn it round. They're at home as well. Like they're at home, they're gonna blow Villa by the end of it, and at the end, it looked like a comfortable victory. 3 goals in 5 minutes.
Come on.
I mean, they turned up. They just literally turned on the gas, and then they scored 3 goals.
Okay, Pete.
That's my thing.
I respect the fact that you just believed in City, and it turned out you were right.
But let's have it right though. They didn't turn up. The play Gunnar and Sterling.
Gunnar came off the bench and did his thing.
Yeah. I think we all knew. I think SW6 just put up a comment. He said the moment it went 2-1, you knew the fight was coming. Yeah. And I think all of us feel the same in that. When City scored that first goal, it was like, okay, now the tidal wave is coming. But before that, bro, Aston Villa had more chances in the second half. Aston Villa had more chances. Watkins should have scored. Coutinho scored, and he had another one that he should have scored. So there was so many opportunities where you felt like, rah, this City team are falling apart. And if you watch Coutinho's goal, go back and watch Coutinho's goal, the second one. Look at the City players as the ball goes in the net. Cancelo puts himself on the floor, hands on head. Pep is in despair. Like they literally look like they're losing it. It was a scene.
They did. Absolutely no. Pep was slumped in his chair, and that's when whenever he stays seated, something's kicking off. But
when the whistle went off, there's a reason why he cried. He didn't cry the other ones. I was crying on the pitch.
Because what's his name? Thing didn't come on, did he? Like they didn't even bring on Grealish, right? When they could have used him to try and spice up the game. they went elsewhere. They went elsewhere. Type of
I wish they did. Maybe they would have won.
I can't lie. When Morris came off, I said, "What is Pep doing?"
Morris had the stinker, bruv.
Yeah, the stinker still.
Yeah, exactly. He took off the players that weren't playing well. He brought on players that could change the game, and they did. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, they've won, I don't know, what have they won? 29, nearly 30 games this season. Yeah. That's why I'm a bit like, well, yes, they can have banana skins. They can slip up. It can look rough, blah, blah. But most of their defeats have been in games where, like, they're in the game as well. And then all of a sudden, it's like nothing is really going according to plan. This Villa game, the fact that it was so Villa for 60, 70 minutes, that just had me thinking, nah, they'll be all right. And then when that first one went in, as you lot said, I think the masses, they're like, okay, here we go. And then even for me, they came quicker than I expected.
Let me read a few more comments. Baraka says, Villa had a chance to put the game to bed. 2-0 is a dangerous lead. They definitely did have the chances. SW6.
Sorry, Lola, we can't hear you. I don't know if you've got a mic there, but we can't hear when you're talking or anything like that. If you are, just I don't know, we'll have to let her speak alone, because sometimes
cool. After I do the comments, we'll throw it to Lola. But Boslack said, nah, not gonna lie, when Villa made it 2-0, I had an orgasm. But when it came to 2-1, I knew it was coming. Yeah, we all knew.
That's all going off in the end of the household.
I know,
it was going off.
He's been one, but to be fair, I've never seen my team overturn a last day deficit like that. So that's what football's about.
And City have done it. City have done it twice, by the way. So
no, they've never. No. I meant.
Here we are.
What I meant is, I've never seen a team go into the last day of the season second place and win the league on the last day. I've never seen that happen.
I meant
when Endo saying, "Oh my gosh, it's orgasmic that they were 2-0 down." I feel you, man. I feel you. Like it's a mad one.
And also going back, I was gonna say, like, for me, like, this game just proves football heritage is a thing, and it shows why City couldn't get over the line against Real Madrid, but why they did get over the line. Because I'm sure they watched that Sergio Aguero thing 10 years ago, and they would have thought, all those players would have thought to themselves, "I'm gonna be that guy." Sterling fought it, Grealish fought it, Jesus fought it, but the one that fought it and executed it, Ilkay Gundogan, big him up, because this is the second season he's carried them on the back and he's won them a league title. He's
nice send off.
Yeah, wonderful send off. He stepped up to the fore when the chips were down, bottom of the ninth, when nothing was hitting, all the black stuff was hitting the wall. He came up and he delivered.
Hey, is he leaving?
It's the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Final innings.
Yeah, free contract.
Where's he going?
Game 7.
Free contract, innit? He's going where he wants.
Yeah.
Hey,
sign him up, bro.
I'll take Ilkay, come to the bridge. Taha says, Ross, the boss.
There's a client's coming, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Taha. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, man. What a game! I don't even know where to go next.
No, it was a game, and I think also we should also talk about the Liverpool Wolves game as well at the same time, because during that game, when I saw it 2-0, I immediately switched to the Liverpool Wolves game, and I just remember seeing Wolves having chances after chances to put the ball.
Yeah, Wolves were moving stupid as well.
They were moving stupid.
Yeah. Is it that is he the Japanese or Chinese brother was just moving mad?
Whoa. He's from none of those countries, but yeah.
Where's he from?
He's Korean.
What?
He's from Son's country.
I didn't. Hey, listen, I didn't know, bro. Mad, bro.
This is
why you say
I know
Asian.
exactly, because
You say Asian covers the bases.
what you call it? He was coming down the right wing, beautiful counter attack. All he needed to do was pass the ball, and then think tap it in the net. 2-1 to Wolves. But he just gave the heaviest of passes and just sent it off for a throw-in. I was just like, Wolves, what are you doing here? Because Liverpool were nervous as well, but we all knew Liverpool was the score. So you just had to put the ball in the net, but they were moving silly.
AD, a question. Like, do you think when Virgil's not playing, that this high line just needs to be scrapped? Because Konate and Matip with the high line just looked ridiculous. It looks silly.
It was
That's what Boss Like Endo says. He says Konate and Matip were drunk yesterday. Could have been 4-1 down. I swear I was reading.
The thing is, I think that system just didn't suit them without Virgil there. Like, I feel like when Virgil's there, it's shut down shop, it's calm, everybody's chill.
You know what?
But those two,
I do also feel like the occasion got to them, because if you look at the first goal, I kid you not, it's a goal kick.
Yeah.
Konate misses his header, he's in. 37 games of the season, he deals with that. So I do think, part of the reason as to why it was so haphazard and slapdash, we were chasing a league title.
Slapdash.
No,
every time Wolves hit the break, it was just like, what is going on here?
But what's crazy is the City game was kind of similar. Every chance that Villa had came from the goalkeeper. They just booted it long. It was up to Watkins or Coutinho, and they ran onto it. Go watch that Coutinho go back.
Hey, listen.
I saw a comment, and I was like, I was going to save that until the end, but you'll see.
Robertson and Trent were doing no defending that day.
No, but they're trying to chase the league title. They're trying to, and Robertson scored, to be fair. So
Yeah, that's true.
He said that day. That's crazy. Trent that day, yeah.
And before you quickly move on, I was going to say just because we've left like Aston Villa quickly. Unless Martinez is actually injured, he's a prick. I don't know why he wasn't in goal.
I kid you not.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because I was thinking, I was like, why is Olsen in goal? Like, where's Martinez? So.
Don't remind me, please.
Hey, listen, I don't know. He's a pagan as well.
Because I was like, I don't know what
I saw one story.
It wasn't bad.
No, but the point is, I saw a story. I saw a story that it was because he was trying to save himself for the Argentina thing. If that's true, he's a pagan.
I'll be never placed.
I mean, he was going to make the squad regardless. So what's?
I don't know why.
I don't think anyone is saving themselves. Why would you do that? That's just silly. It might have been a managerial decision. I remember he
wasn't even in the squad though. He wasn't in the squad. It wasn't like he was on the bench. He was just not in the squad.
Okay, that's mad. Maybe he got ill. Maybe he had
no, because he had a little sign in the week, and then Gerrard was like, we hope he'll be fit for our next game. I'm not sure.
Okay.
In the week.
Yeah, he had a little sign.
Okay, if he's injured, then fair enough. Because what I saw, it was looking pagan-y.
Big up Caesar Sense. He says, "Can we give player of the season to the guy that spread the 3-3?"
That was so right. That was brilliant. I'm so sorry.
This seems weird because it was like, obviously it weren't 3-3. So like, how did the rumor even make? Like, how did it even land?
I bet you a Wolves player said it was 3-3 and it spread to the Liverpool side and they meant mental. Well, someone just said it and it spread like fire.
I think because I don't know, in newer football stands, obviously you get signal and all that stuff. Like for example, at OT, there's no signal whatsoever, or there's barely any Wi-Fi and stuff. So if someone can say something, then people are trying to check it and it's just not updating. If that makes sense.
My first hand experience, because I was at the Chelsea game yesterday. And obviously, I'm trying to refresh my phone. Do you remember there was a moment I asked in the WhatsApp group because I can get WhatsApp for some reason, but I can't get signal. It's taking long to refresh. So I kept asking you, man, like, what's the score? What's the score here? But then in the ground, someone will get the score, and then people just start cheering, and you're like, "Why are they cheering? Why are they cheering?" Before you know it, the cheer has spread, and then people cheer. So I understand how it happened, but whoever started it is a genius. Is a genius, absolute genius. Baraka says whoever spread that rumor is evil. No, they're not. No, they're not. They just like a good laugh, and it went around the entire ground. Like even
the players will believe
it. Yeah, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I was being like harsh, but I think it was Salah like celebrating like he thought he won the league, or was it a lot, or was he just being happy? I wasn't sure because he was proper. Because like he was proper like celebrating when he scored.
Klopp hugs Thiago, thinking he's done this.
No, but he didn't go. Guys, that hug was not a "we've won the league" hug.
Thiago's out, man. He's out for the rest of the season. And this is the final.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's out. He's out. He's potentially out. Hammy.
No. He's gonna keep it ticking.
That's a shame.
Big blow. C1 says Oscar Grealish, Premier League tick. Premier League Playmaker of the Year award coming next season. We move. I hear that, man.
He's had an alright season, man.
Could be.
Listen, next year.
Have you seen him on the bus?
Yeah. Boy, he is worse.
He's moving mad.
He is worse.
Yeah, man. I mean, but it's
City signings, isn't it? The first season is kind of shaky. Second season, they're kicking into gear.
Yeah, man.
We saw
it with Rodri as well. You know what I mean? It took a while for him.
That's another one. He stepped up to the fore as well. The block at Anfield, goal at Arsenal, the handball, if you want to call it that, and then final day of the season.
Man said the handball was one of his accolades.
In all honesty, he is still a Simeone player now. You get what I'm saying? With clutch moments, and it's like he's such a scumbag, but my God, is he good? He's a bloody good central midfielder, probably the best in the league this season. Probably quite comfortably in terms of central midfielders.
Yeah, Caesar Sense says Rodri was their player of the season, in my opinion. Yeah, facts. But just on the Jack Grealish thing, Peter. You know how you were like, oh, you don't want to see players celebrating, especially if the team loses. Well, like I don't have no issue with him.
What do you mean?
Doing it. As in earlier we had a conversation about players going to boxing or going to F1 or whatever when they lose.
Oh, right,
I'm like, if my man's drunk and saying wild things on the bus of the Premier League winners, I'll let it slide.
What did he say? I didn't watch it. What did he say?
So they were interviewing him, and you could just tell he was out. Like he was just.
I mean, let's be honest. When is he not steaming?
His voice was.
His voice was. He was. He
to conduct himself.
He said,
"Let him enjoy, man."
He said the one thing he wants to thank, like the one person he needs to thank for us winning the league, is Bernardo Silva for coming off at the 70th minute because he had an absolute shocker.
Yeah, he said that.
Well, what's wrong with that?
No, it's funny.
About Bernardo Silva.
Funny.
Yeah, what's it? That's hilarious. That's really.
Bernardo Silva had a crash game. Like
I think it's one of those ones where why don't you just say thanks to Gunnar for scoring the goals rather than saying the guy dead.
On live TV, like.
I bet they all laugh though. They probably all laugh. It's funny. It's fine. Yeah, I think if anyone tries to spin it, they're just being lazy. Because I still remember like bare people when he went to City were trying to force that boy to stay at Villa to like do it the hard way. It's like, for what? Look at him. He's happy. He's winning his league. He's enjoying his life. Best things he's ever done in his life.
There is something that even when I think he was looking at his Premier League medal and it's dawned on him that he's now a champion. Now he can finally put something to his name. You got what I'm saying? It's like, this is the first of many. So let's see what happens along this ride. I mean, Liverpool, I feel sorry for Liverpool, of course. Like, I always prefer City to win over Liverpool just because Liverpool's more of a rivalry from back in the day and whatever and what have you. Nothing against them really, but City winning the league and then Liverpool having to come as close as they did, 92 points. I mean, good grief, right? How can you finish on 90 plus points, not winning leagues? Not one occasion, you know what I'm saying? 2 occasions that's happened. It's just, it's almost like it kind of takes the sting. I don't know how you feel, AD. I mean, you sort of obviously gave your spiel at the beginning where you're proud of your team and everything else, but is there not like a part of you that just thinks, man, this is so rotten. Like, how can I lose the league like this twice now?
Bro, it's 100 across 2 seasons, 189 points, 3 defeats, 0 league titles. Like it's absolutely heartbreaking, bro. But
3 defeats over 2 seasons.
3 defeats over 2 seasons, 1 league title. 90 plus points. So got 97 points 1 year, 92 points this year, and it's still not enough. Bro, I'm
Wait,
actually
3 defeats over 2 seasons. I swear you lost a lot this last season, though.
No.
Over the 290s.
The 290 plus seasons.
The 290 plus seasons.
Okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
You lost 1 game this season. Was it this season that you lost 1?
2. We lost 1 game in 18-19. Yeah.
Oh, 18-19 was 1. Okay. And it's just
that is madness. That was 97 points,
Like 97 is a joke, bruv. Like it's a joke. And AD, are you now with me that you did not bottle this league? Because especially with the way you're talking about how proud you are of your team, at the end of the day, you push City to the very last, to 15 minutes before the final whistle of the 38th.
Bottle for me, bottle's the wrong words, but I definitely think you can critique the season, and I'll never change my stance on those games. We dropped points, unforgivable,
draws, man.
We were 2-0 up at home against Brighton, bro. Like you can't excuse that. Like no matter what way we want to flip it, and I see fans on the TL, doing this whole badge of honor thing. We clawed it back from 14 points behind. What the hell were we doing 14 points behind in the middle of the season? Granted, it was probably more like 8 because we would have had a couple of games in hand, fine. But what the hell were we doing so far behind when we know how fine the margin is? Yeah. But you know what, and I can't help but feel that in the silly games we dropped points because we lost the league by a point. There's about 5 games in my opinion we should have won. And if we win just one of those games, just take 2 more points over the course of a season, we win the league. So it is bitterly disappointing. Also at the same time,
sorry,
you're gone.
No, go ahead. Go finish.
No, but I was just gonna say also at the same time, like it's an absolutely phenomenal achievement what this group of players have done, what this coaching staff has done. And as well when you come into the start of the season, last season when people were writing us off. This team is finished, end of the 3-year cycle. And I said to you guys, when we get our bits back, just watch us. So when we get from that to the season that we've had, and we've won 2 cups, we could potentially win a 3rd as well. We've pushed this City side right till the end. Up to the 75th minute, we probably got one hand on the league. So it's bitterly disappointing. But you have to look at things wholly. And I think Jurgen Klopp said it best: if you want to win big, you got to lose big as well. And it is a big loss, and it does hurt. As I think I said it a couple of weeks ago, I would have just rather City win all of their games from here on out and just sort of put it all to bed. But that little sliver of hope that they gave us at 2-0, because I'll be real, at 2-0, I believed. Because in my head, I think City will claw it back, but they don't get 3. At 2-0, I genuinely did believe. But yeah, man, I can't even say we go again because Haaland comes next season. But
exactly,
we'll see. But this is a phenomenal world-class team. In my opinion,
world-class.
It may not go down, because of the lack of league titles. It may not go down in history, but for me, I've seen this team play. I know the level that they've played at. For me, they always have a place in my heart, and I always be proud of them. So yeah.
I was gonna say to you, what's next for Liverpool then? Where do we go from here?
You know what? It's important. You know what? Because to do a double, you've had a bloody great season. To do a quadruple, to do a treble, is nigh and impossible. To do a quadruple is something we'll never see again. We'll never have a chance to do it again. Being realistic. So all we're going to do is go for the league. If we could get 20 league titles and match United's records, it's something. It would have been nice to have done it this season, but we go.
Yeah, I totally disagree with Abdi065's comment where he says, best backup dances in Premier League history. Inshallah, King Karim puts you man in a split and makes sure season average. Even if Madrid win the Champions League, which is still possible, this is not an average season for Liverpool. No chance.
So okay, if it's not average, what would you call
it? I will say this. I feel like if you don't win a Champions League, it does taint them a little bit. They've had a great season, guys. But I think it taints it.
Lads, let's come back. Let's
come
back.
Of course, it's the season.
For us to have not won any trophies and have stinkers, I can't say, Brad. I can't talk, man.
No, but we're not comparing it. We're not comparing it. No,
objectively, if Liverpool win the treble, it's a 9.5, it's a 9.5 season. If we win the treble, obviously we've done the quadruple.
And if you do the double,
so if we lose,
but AD, if you do the double this year, right? Yeah. It's still a 9 out of 10 for me this season.
It's not the double though; it's a double. There's a difference.
Listen, if they win a double, it's still 9 out of 10 because
it's not 9 out of 10.
They pushed Man City to the last day. They've played amazing. They've got 92 points, and then they've gone to the Champions League final. They've played every football match they can play in a season. Yeah. It's not just that they finished second with 15 points behind, or they got knocked out in the Champions League in the knockout stage or the group stage. They actually. It was all just finals, if you will, that they've lost. They've lost 2 finals and they've won 2 finals. It's not going anywhere lower than 9 out of 10, especially because of the manner how Liverpool are. Because let's take away the fact that they will be trophyless without the Premier League, right? Let's say that there's no trophy for the Premier League, for example. At the end of the day, look at how this team played. Look how amazing they were all season. And the thing that actually beats them is something that's got to be superior than them. Which of course we can laud and talk about City all day long till the cows come home, and I don't even need to be Pep's lawyer anymore. I mean, I'm even resigning because
he's his bust case.
What kind of defense does he need? He needs nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? So Liverpool's still 9 out of 10 for me this season.
Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it goes from.
They've been outstanding. They have been out. No one's going to tell me anything different. They've been outrageous.
They have.
I'm not saying it dropped from 9 to a 6. I'm saying that it will probably go to, for me, and this is just me, like you say you're doing your 9, I'm saying it will probably be like an 8 because it's not the big ones, if that makes sense. For such a team that says and does the big, and they say
what size the trophy is.
Because like you said, trophies are trophies. This is what you're saying now.
What the heck is this? It's not the big one. It's so freaking elite.
It's not about being elitist.
They're frigging trophies, bro.
Yeah, but let's not pretend it's not the same thing, Peter. Come on.
Winning trophies isn't for everybody. There's only 4 trophies a year for certain football teams. 4.
Okay.
And they've got 2 of them.
Yeah, it's great.
Who they are.
It's a great season. It's not a 9 for me.
So it goes down to an 8 out of 10. Even though they were one game away from winning the other title, and they were another game away from winning the other title. But turn it in.
It's not always about.
Let's not pretend it's the same level of trophy. It's not.
I'm literally saying, but this idea that they're not the major trophies, I'm sorry, it's the League Cup and the FA Cup are major trophies. Get it in your head.
Literal levels to them. There are levels to them. Let's not pretend.
I swapped those two.
Literally.
Still 2.
Listen. Yeah, okay, and no one's denying that. No one is denying that.
I don't want to hear no nonsense about.
Okay, it's like, but part of it is also it's not your club. The Liverpool fan just said he'll swap the 2 for the league, so that tells you everything you need to know.
Because he hasn't won the league for so long. That's why.
He won it a couple years ago.
My apologies. 1 in 30.
Are you honestly telling me you wouldn't swap a League Cup and an FA Cup for the league?
For the league.
I'll be honest with you. If I get 2 cups, I'm taking 2.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, stop it!
Question to ask me is.
Oh my god!
Question to ask me is. The question to ask me, Robin, 1 second. The question to ask me is, would I take the Premier League or the League Cup? The answer is the Premier League. But if you offer me 2 major trophies over 1 major trophy, I'm taking 2. I've got 2 more. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not the same level. I don't want. If I end the season, if I end the season with a League Cup and a FA Cup, and they offer me the Premier League, I'm taking the Premier League in a heartbeat. Everyone pretending at the same level is hilarious.
If you're offering me 2 major trophies or 1 major trophy,
okay.
Hold on. Let me even add more context because you know what's funnier? Because winning the league is also you're the best team in the league as well as you've got Champions League. Let me add to it. So, but let me even add to it. So you win the league, which means you're automatically in the Champions League, and you're the best team in England. You win the FA Cup and the League Cup. You could win 2 of them. You can still finish 17th.
Sure, but
this is what it is. You win the Champions League.
They haven't though.
No, but that's the point. That's the level of it. That's the level of it.
Liverpool here. Liverpool.
That's the level of it though.
92 points, and then they're in a Champions League final, and they've got.
And it's brilliant.
This is a 9 out of 10 season.
Fantastic. The league is still better for them.
They're not 17th.
One league trophy is still better than Birmingham Cups.
They're not 17th. So let's
Still
actually
the same
talk about
thing.
Ernest's comment is spot on.
Let's actually talk about the context then, because here's where we are.
And bottomless, but not the half chicken. Yeah, no, that's the way I see it.
That's money.
You need
You went Nando's, and you got two sides.
Here's the thing. The way I would look at it is simply this. Like, you've got 4 half chickens, and one's plain, one's peritema, one's hot, one's medium. Whereas you're looking at the fact that we're treating the League Cup and thing as one is halloumi and the other one's the half chicken. That's where me and you we part ways.
What
We part
are we
ways.
doing?
We
What
part-
are
no,
we doing?
I'm talking about 4 types of chicken. There's one better than the other, but they're all
They're
chicken.
the same level of chicken. They're like
Okay.
We're not gonna
chicken,
compare.
half chicken, full chicken.
I hear what Peter's
comparing a
saying.
side. I'm not comparing a side
Adrian.
to the friggin' chicken. I'm not comparing the side to this trophy.
I think
If we're gonna, if we're sticking with a chicken,
Hang on, guys. If we're talking about, like because obviously you got major trophies and you got minor. So the minors are like the community shields of this world and whatever else, right?
that's not even a trophy, man.
That's halloumi. No, it's a trophy, whether we like it or not. That's a trophy, and that's a halloumi, and that's the bottomless.
Okay.
But the League Cup is just half chicken, but it's plain.
No, the
And
League Cup is hot wings. The League Cup is hot wings.
Yeah.
League Cup is hot wings. That gets you into the
The League
conference.
Cup is hot wings.
Okay,
Guys,
chicken is chicken at the end of the day.
It's hot wings though.
Okay. Can I just have my say on this? I think the reason I wouldn't give Liverpool a 9 if they don't win the Champions League. Bear in mind, I think they will win the Champions League, but I think it boils down to the view going into like how you view these teams. And I've heard the way you talk about Man City, like they are the beast. They are one of the greatest teams ever. I agree. The difference with me is I also think Liverpool are a beast. I also think Liverpool are one of the greatest teams ever. And I'm not here like, oh, we're so happy to get 1 point behind City.
Nope.
For me, it's like this is The Rock and Stone Cold head to head. There's not like one should be far greater. They should be neck and neck. So when there's a title on the line, Liverpool should try and win it. So I don't understand this whole Liverpool have done great just to get there, just to be 1 point behind. No, Liverpool didn't win a single game in the top 6 this season. That for me is not levels for a team of that quality. They are
Top
so
four.
good. They are
Top four, not top 6.
Not top 6. But they are so good, this Liverpool team.
It's a very good point.
Every
It's a very
position,
good
they're
point.
littered with world-class players. And I saw a tweet today, and it said, how many Manchester City players make Liverpool's first 11? And I thought about it, and it's not more than half. So, like, I get it's a squad. It's not an 11 players. It's a squad. But still, like, this Liverpool team have to go home with a major trophy. And those two are major trophies. I don't disrespect those trophies. I was at the finals because I wanted to win them. Don't get me twisted. But the Champions League is the most prestigious tournament in the game, and it's you have to qualify to get into it. So it's not like you're not getting Tottenham in a Champions League final unless they put the work in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
sure. Here's the thing, Oscar. If Man City were Liverpool this season and Liverpool were Man City, I'd still say Man City got 9 out of 10 in that sense. Say Man City won the FA Cup and the League Cup and then lost the league on 92 points and then also made the Champions League final and lost. They've still got a 9 out of 10 for me. So I'm not even looking at it at the club as such and saying, you know what, Liverpool have either overachieved or underachieved or they've done just right. I'm just looking at everything in context. When you look at Liverpool, were like 2 goals away from winning 4 trophies. You understand what I'm saying? Or like, whether it's one of the draws that could have converted into a win back in the, the games that Adrian's talking about, or the Champions League final. Like at the end of the day, even if whoever does what Liverpool have done this season, it's totally 9 out of 10 for me.
But it's not whoever. For me, that's the difference. It's not whoever.
Yeah,
If Chelsea, if Arsenal did that, if Tottenham, if any other team did that, but this iteration of this Liverpool squad, they set their objectives at the beginning of the season, and I know for a fact they wanted to win the league and the Champions League.
Yeah, also, I think
I'd be leaning more towards what Robin said, like an 8.
Wow,
it's definitely not a 9 if they don't win the Champions League. It's definitely not a 9 for me.
If they win the Champions League, I'll be like, 9.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 9.5 if they win the Champions League because the only thing tainting their league season is purely. Yeah. And even then, I'm like a 9.7.
It's a 9.75.
This game.
I think. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine margins in it because I think the weight of because they obviously were unlucky. I don't know if it's the word, but find something else to not win the league. The weight I put on the Champions League is what takes it from being a 9 or a 9.5 season to an 8.58 season. I don't think that, and I still think they've had an outstanding season. It's just relatively like contained within the context of Liverpool's level. 8.5 isn't, because I think no other team in the Prem, from using everyone, for me personally, gets above a 7. No one else has performed well enough to get above a 7. So I'm using that context for the rest of it. Whereas even City, if I'm looking at the context as a whole, even them is they won the league, so it's sick. But their season as a whole is
What were their
because
objectives coming in? That's
because their objective every single season, if they want to lie to themselves or not, is to win the Champions League, and they didn't win it. So even that kind of shaves it a little bit. So when I'm looking at it that way, I'm saying Liverpool had a fantastic season.
Rating this year then? What's it?
I mean, because they won
what's their rating?
Because I said if Liverpool win the Champions League, so you add that's a treble. That's what like I'll give them a 9.5 out for that because they've won 3 and they were 1 point off winning the league. City for me, they're pretty much at an 8.5 now. For me.
That's what Peter signs out.
This is
fine,
guys. This is semantics,
and that's for me.
This is
because the level I put them at, because the fact that for me, the same reason I want to judge Arsenal when we get to that one is I don't think they beat their objective at all. They won the league because I think they were expected to win the league. They were meant to. Their whole objective is to win Champions League, and they lost it again. They won 0 other trophies. Don't get me wrong, the Premier League is a madness, and they won it. But it's not the same thing. But it's like similar to PSG winning their league. They kind of meant to win their league. City's objective is to win the Champions League, and they haven't done. You know what I mean? Relatively speaking, obviously it's not the same level, but you get what I mean. Whereas City, they didn't win the League Cup, they didn't win the FA Cup, and they got knocked out of the Champions League when they're the better team by far. So I'm looking at it as a context of what they're meant to do. They didn't do it. No,
fair. You make good points there. I mean, I just want to make sure. I want to be clear. You said 8 out of 10 for City this season.
I said 8.5. It's an 8.5.
8.5. Disgrace. But let's move on. We'll carry on. What I want to ask you though is this: do you think it's harder to win the Prem or harder to win the Champions League, in your opinion? Because you know what you said about the PSG.
It's the luck of the draw. It's the luck of the draw with the Champions League because they could just they had a. I think they had a more difficult run than Liverpool. I think.
Say you have the most difficult Champions League run that there is. Say that there is the most difficult Champions League run. You know, the last 16 and so on, right? Or the Premier League. Which one is harder to win?
Oh, for me, I think the harder one to win is the Premier League.
Right. So why did they get an 8.5 for winning something that was harder?
Because it's one of those things where it's like that's what they're meant to do. They didn't do that's their base level. They're supposed to win the Premier League.
Yeah, I know you don't mean.
If I'm looking at the context, they're supposed to win the Premier League. Liverpool are supposed to chase them. Their aim again was to get Champions League, and again they failed. Every year they fail it. I'm going to keep notching it because they're moving stupid. They should have won it by now.
The thing is, though, like I get your PSG, sort of analogy. I know you don't mean it necessarily verbatim, but as in, City walk into the league this season, everybody expects them to win it. I mean, people did, Liverpool are now in this conversation. They have to be respected as head-to-head with City, although City do have more Premier League titles than them in the recent, last 5 or 6 years. I think now, next season, it's not a given Man City win the league, even with Haaland.
It's not given, but they're the favourites again, which is my point.
So people like Liverpool will become, we want to assume that Liverpool are going to have a good window. They've already signed Cavalier, by the way, on July 1st. And they're going to come back again. And I think Man City will be looking at, I think City are more worried about Liverpool than Liverpool are necessarily more worried about City, just because Liverpool are the chase.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but my whole thing, I think my whole thing is City are going to be the favourites again because what it is. And someone made this analogy, and it's partly tongue in cheek. But someone made this analogy, it's partly tongue in cheek, but it made me laugh. Where the whole kind of thing, it's slightly like Serena versus Sharapova, where they're both the elite ones, but there's one that is clearly the one that's that's the one that's the actual one, and the other one's kind of in and out.
I completely disagree. That's disrespectful.
That's what I meant. Like, obviously, I didn't mean it as like Liverpool are some dogs that have won twice. Well, technically, they can only won once. But you get what I mean. But the analogy as a whole, it makes sense. Like, where one is the clear one that is supposed to be the one who's leading it. But then there's another one who can beat them if they're on their point.
The better comparison would be Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Like Djokovic is then knocking, and then one day he will just bam, he's taken off. That's Liverpool right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think all it takes is Guardiola to walk away, and Liverpool, if they keep Klopp, they're gone.
But for me, the reason this is such a pivotal year in particular, and why I was so on it for Liverpool to win the league, is because if Jurgen Klopp won the league with Liverpool this season and he won the Champions League, I think you could easily make the case that his time in England has been better than Pep's time in England. If he was to bring home 2 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues in the time that Pep has won, what? 5?
Absolutely.
And I hear that because again, if they say Klopp wins the Champions League now, are we not saying that Klopp hasn't met what he was supposed to do? What Pep hasn't, because they don't tell me that he wasn't here to bring the Champions League. He hasn't won it yet.
No,
until this season, I felt like Klopp's time in England was more. I can't say successful because City's won more trophies.
Because City's demolished them.
He met the objectives. Like he took them from 8th, brought them into the title picture, won the Champions League, won the league. You know, I think he should have won the league last season. I think he should have won it this season. It's like
Klopp.
They've won everything in it. They've won all of the trophies, no? Or are they missing something?
They lost the Europa League final, but
okay.
You used to believe that. So
the thing is that Klopp has definitely overachieved at Liverpool from when he walked in the door. I know he did say competing for league titles was the thing, but they have gone above and beyond, because I think realistically 90+ points twice, that he would have expected to have 2 trophies in the bag with that. I think with Man City, remember their issue was they would win one year and then they would be so unserious the next year, then they might come back again. What Pep did with that City side, he just made them consistently a threatening team up top. Like, that team wins the league straight away. Like, before anybody kicks a ball, they've won the league unless you can come and challenge. And when Liverpool done it, Liverpool were ridiculous in 2020. They were ridiculous. They blew City out the water. City weren't obviously as good either, but nonetheless, City, Liverpool were just tremendous. In terms of comparing, I just don't think one is higher than the other. I think Pep Guardiola, even though he hasn't won the Champions League, okay, fair enough. That's definitely something that we look at and be like, that's a stain on his reputation to an extent. But he has got 2 Champions League titles, if I'm not mistaken. And there's not many out there who have 2. There isn't many out there.
There's not, man. There's not, and he gets judged. He gets judged on the fact that
I find that very, very harsh that we judge Pep on that scale, even though I can't name you many that have 3 or even 2 Champions League titles.
Only one person has 3. Only one person has 3.
Yeah, one has 3,
and he could get 4.
How many has 2
this weekend?
How many has 2? You know what I'm saying? How many managers have 2 is what I'm asking.
Yeah, but I just think you have to look at the expectations on.
It's not simple. It's just not simple.
Of course, it's not simple, but the expectations on a team, like, you look at them and you think, it's gutting. Like, for example, we always look at Arsene Wenger and think, wow, he built such an amazing Arsenal team. It's annoying that he never got to win that Champions League. And I think when it comes to Pep, everywhere he's been, he's built an amazing team that is good enough to win the Champions League. So, we got it with Barca twice. We didn't get it with Bayern, and we haven't got it with City.
He dominates the leagues, though. Like, wherever he's been, he's actually gone to the league itself. Like, in Spain, Barcelona had the odd title here and there. Remember, Barcelona's La Liga titles were not great, nor Champions League, right? Yeah. And then he's come there. He's come there. I think he won 2, obviously, with thing. But then he also dominated the league. You know the ones in his time there. I think he lost 1 league title to Mourinho. And then even at Bayern Munich, he just flattened Klopp and Tuchel and whoever else was there at Dortmund. He flattened that league completely. And then we're dissing the Bundesliga now, but it's Pep's fault, by the way, because when he turned up to Bayern, people are telling me Bayern weren't any better than when Jurgen was there. Are you joking me? The football this Bayern side played, I remember playing against them. They were outrageously good. And now in the Premier League, where they thought he couldn't do what he's done all this time, he's come here and. Yes, it's not as black and white as it reads, but he's got 4 in 5. You know them way there.
Yeah.
So Zinchenko's got 4 Premier League titles, people.
Oh,
yeah. Zinchenko has 4 Premier League titles.
I can't.
So there you are.
Guys, winning the Champions League is not a given, man. It's who turns up on the day, bro.
Yeah, but that's it, though. Of course, it's not a given. But
you can't just say, you're expected to win the Champions League. That's
because it's not. I would agree with you if it was one season. If it was like if it was like, next season you got to go win the Champions League, and we're like, no, but it's every year, and every year
it's a black mark.
Every year it's to inferior competition. So
yeah,
we are gonna talk about it. We can't not talk about it.
Hey, bro, me, I'm not gonna say nothing. I can't criticize a man who just keeps dapping in the league. Yeah.
No, because let's be real. Like it's all about winning. Like that's the reason why we could criticize Liverpool because ultimately, as good as you were, you didn't win. And in the case of Pep Guardiola, bro, like when we look at the caliber of teams that he's lost to, the amount of years that it's happened, and for what we expect of him, from so they have 2 Champions League finals, we have to look at it, and it is a black mark against his name. It is.
It's not black mark,
especially when we consider what he was brought to Man City for in the first place.
Who's the greatest ever Premier League manager who's the greatest Premier League manager?
And that's a black mark against him as well.
It's obviously
Alex.
And he only done it twice.
Yeah,
and there were like 10 years apart.
And that's the only black mark. That's the only black mark against him.
But this is what I'm saying. But here's what. Okay, David. Let me explain this clearly. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They can't be black markers because, especially the fact that people don't win them. They don't win them like that. As in, they don't win like. So Alex does not have a black mark for having 2 Champions League titles only. That's crazy. The same way it's crazy that Pep doesn't have a black mark. The same way that who was the other person you lot brought up? The same way, Mourinho. The same way that even Klopp can't have a black mark about the Premier Leagues. He can't.
Of course he can.
He cannot. He cannot.
He
gets over 90 twice and he doesn't win the league. We cannot call that. We can't put a black mark on him for that. We cannot.
It's unfortunate.
Let me say quickly. When I say black mark, I don't mean that he's bad or he shouldn't have. But if we look at the caliber, for example, taking back to Sir Alex Ferguson, he himself admitted that the only thing he regrets he should have won more Champions Leagues with the teams that he's had. And I'm not saying that's
let's be honest. Hang on. How many times, David? Correct me if I'm wrong. How many times did Man United have the best team in Europe? How many times? Because it weren't often. No, it weren't.
Best team in England 13 times.
The best team in Europe.
No, but they had. Look, you're saying best team in Europe, like you have to be number one. No, they had a team good enough to win the Champions League on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and so did 4 other teams. You know what I'm saying? There was 4 other teams as good. But what I'm saying is, if he still manages to get 2. In his time at Man United, he won the other one at Aberdeen, wasn't it? No. Actually, no. They were both at Man United. Right? Exactly. And Man United in 2008 were clearly the best team in the world, right? They did win the Champions League that year. They were one of the best teams in '99 in the world, and they won it that year. But I don't remember saying in 2003 they're the best team because I remember when Real Madrid rocked up to Old Trafford and put on a display. No. I remember Bayern Munich. I remember Bayern Munich in 2010 turned up to Old Trafford, put up a display. So what I'm saying to you, and Madrid in 2013, for me, I don't look at. I know what you're saying about the City situation because you're looking at it, you think actually this team could be the best team in Europe, like without even kicking a ball, right? I understand when you're saying that, but history shows in the last 20 to 30 years, the last 20 to 30 years, it shows that this Champions League is not bog standard as it reads. So therefore, it must be telling us something else. Not that if you don't win it, that you're all of a sudden, now it's a black mark against you. I find that just crazy.
Look, no, but bro, you don't know what it is though. Yeah. The fact is, nothing great in football comes easy. Like, do you know what it takes to win the Premier League? Like, do you know what it takes to be the best in the league over 38 games from August till May? It's not easy. But how many managers have won the Premier League? Probably less than 10 in 30 years.
7, yeah.
It's not a laugh to get it.
But
similarly,
Guardiola is the best.
It's not a laugh. We all know that. We all know he's the best coach in the world.
But you know what though? But I think people did doubt it before he won in the Premier League. They were doubting him.
Yeah, because they haven't seen it.
And yet he comes here and he does his thing. Like he does his thing at the end of the day. So anyway, we need to move on from City and Liverpool. It's been a great conversation. It's been a great title race as well, by the way.
Fantastic title race.
Long may it continue next season. And I hope Liverpool do get their finger out and actually start. I mean, they've been brilliant. Let me not even say it like that in a disrespectful way.
Can it be real?
As in, yeah, bro.
Our fingers been that, but the breeze is slapping the finger, bro, man.
Do you know what it is, Adrian?
We've tried, man. I don't know.
No, exactly.
I think the only thing Liverpool need to improve on is at midfield. They need a goal-scoring midfielder.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it.
I think every time Thiago goes down, Like it's when you guys struggle a little bit. So I think you just need another person that can cover him. That's all. That's my opinion.
They got to do like what they've done with the wingers, because like with even though Salah and Mane are there, they've still gone in for Diogo Jota. They've still gone in for Luis Diaz. Now they've got Carvalho. They've got to do that in the midfield. Somebody who's going to really put a threat in that first 11 and say, listen, mate, you if you don't score in 3 games, we're dropping you for this one because we've got another one who can do it. And hopefully Liverpool get that money and spend it on in central midfield by 2 to 3 midfielders, and they will push City again. I would even say get the striker, but
Also,
who knows what striker they can get.
Yeah, man. I'll be honest. If we're being real and if we're being honest, yeah, for me, like, and again, I hate using this as a point because like the guy's been injury prone for 10 years. But I do genuinely think if we had adequate cover for Thiago, we probably would have won the league. So they said you just gotta have it right. Naby Keita, can we rely on you enough to come in, do a job for us over the course of a season? Curtis Jones, are you ready? Ox is clearly not at the standard. Millie, I love you, standard police, all of that. But bro, when it comes to the meat and bones of it, I'm not too sure. Those are 4 CM options. Like Harvey Elliott, yeah, obviously it was unfortunate that he broke his leg. But in my opinion, he came into the season at 18 years old. I was never going to put that expectation on them. So those are 5 midfielders where there's question marks about their quality for various reasons.
They need to buy 3. Absolutely, they need to buy 3.
Yeah,
put some real heat on Man City and say, look at our midfield now.
I think the thing is that I'm more interested to see what City does because they're actually losing quite a few players, like key players as well. So I wonder what they're going to do in midfield.
You know what though? Like with City, it's unfair in it because they could just wake up tomorrow, like they get hit in the face and then they go and buy Haaland. You know them ones. Like they just decide we're doing this today. Like Football Manager. I just hit the P and it's done. You know what I'm saying? Contract done. Everything done.
Let me read the last few comments on this and then we can move on. Taha says, you don't have to be the best to win the Champions League. C1 says, is Pep better than Fergie? In my opinion, he isn't.
I say he is. I personally think he's better than Fergie.
I think when it's all said and done, it won't be a question. Boss Akande says, Chirmany coming. He also says, I think we need a Salah replacement because I like seeing Diaz or Mane on the right. Oh, I don't like seeing Diaz or Mane.
I'm seeing bare Mane stuff to buying. Like, is there any truth into this? Or have you seen anything, Adrian?
Maybe because
I've seen the links.
I think it's because Gnabry looks like he's going to go, so they're trying to find that kind of caliber, and Mane is there-ish.
Yeah, I mean, would I put it past Mane?
That would be a big loss. That would be a big loss, in my opinion.
It would be.
I feel like
I'll be real, because I love Sadio Mane, but I think when you factor everything in, the fact that he's 30, let's be real, he's not as good as he once. Well, don't get me wrong. Yeah, of course, it will be a big blow. But
you think he's coming down?
Replaceable. He's replaceable.
Yeah, I think he's not maybe not his peak. But he's definitely on the descent. Yeah, I think he's on the descent. Not on decline, not like he's going to drop off a cliff. But I think the thing is coming down.
Slowly, gradual.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? 30-year-old players now are not the 30-year-old players that we were accustomed to.
No, it's true.
Yeah, that way it's true.
People are kicking a ball at 34, 35. I'm sitting there like, this is outrageous.
But at the intensity that Liverpool require, do you think at the intensity Liverpool require is going to work like that?
The question I'd ask you, Lola, is how does Milner get a gig still? You know what it was. Even if it is against
he comes here and there, and he's done like Ronaldo, where he's deliberately changed everything about how he lives to ensure he's fit enough to play.
No, you're right.
I'm surprised he's got a wife and kids, to be honest.
You're right.
Because he's dedicated to the graft.
He's so dedicated.
He must be a nightmare to live with. You can't cook anything for him.
When he retires, his wife is going to be so gassed.
Yeah, for real.
Them ones. Because you know what? He was playing first team Premier League football at 18. Like he's been playing
16.
for years.
16.
It was 16,
bro. 2002.
I remember Leeds when he was at Leeds, wasn't he? And I was just sitting there like, what? Who is that? Like, that is unreal. It's unreal. It's just, he's a phenomenal player. But yeah, hopefully Liverpool do some business in the transfer window. Oscar, can we move on?
Please.
where shall we go to next? Because Chelsea obviously is more like, the season kind of ended. It's like it's been a nothing story. Really,
it's dead rubber. They were third.
There's nothing to talk
No,
about.
literally, they were third. It wasn't.
Yeah,
literally,
exactly.
I didn't see anything about that game. Literally until match today, I didn't even know who scored. I didn't even know there was like 2-1.
I'm gonna brag on who scored. Shout out SW6, shout out Taha, shout out C1, because obviously Ross Barkley got the winner. We were drawing 1-1. We should have drew the game. You know what I mean? Bring on Ross Barkley.
What's so funny? I remember being on this podcast. I remember being on this podcast talking about Ross Barkley. I remember someone having something to say about Ross Barkley.
We've already been over this, Pete.
Here he is, rocking up. And
we've already been over this. I'm not entering the Ross Barkley debate again.
Quickly,
it's definitely not a debate.
Oscar, if you would have lost or drawn that game, would that have changed anything for Chelsea? You still be third.
Still be third.
Yeah,
It
was a dead rubber. It was a dead rubber. But Chilwell came back, got a little 5 minutes. That was nice. One thing I do. Yeah, came back. He got 5 minutes on the pitch. Yeah,
that was fast. Actually, that was actually
to
fast.
see him in the same season. I don't think.
It was a beautiful reception. Big up to her. I said I already apologized to Oscar on Twitter for Ross Barkley. Big up, man. Big up.
No. But on a real though, like you need to sabotage this summer.
Yeah, we should have advertised last summer. He should have gone last year. Cool. I think he should have left Chelsea a long time ago.
So, Chelsea, by the way, I think this is underrated. Yeah, but Chelsea are in need are having a major operation this summer because there's a lot of players
underrated.
Because I don't think it's spoken about enough. But maybe in your Chelsea circles it is. But really, in truth, like on the scale of it, everyone talks about what City, Man United are doing, what Arsenal are doing, what Liverpool should be doing. Everyone's talking about everyone. And I don't even hear it enough. More so media I'm talking about. I don't hear anything on Chelsea. And
I think there's a lot of uncertainty
and everything else like that.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
Midfield.
Pick up SW6. He says the good thing was a sensational assist by Reece James. I mean, we could have said that in midweek. We say it again this weekend. Reece James is becoming my favorite player.
Yeah, man.
Assad says Rudiger gone. Could have cried watching that interview. Yeah, man.
What was it in the end? What was it in the end that he couldn't stay? What was the reason?
I think
because of Chelsea's issues.
He said it wasn't that though.
I think Chelsea's issues were in addition to it. He was like, an offer comes in for Real Madrid. You're like any player's going to have their head turned, even if you're having the time of your life at Chelsea. Look at Eden Hazard. He was doing everything was great at Chelsea, but Real Madrid came in, so he made the move. So I think that was it. I think the sanctions gave him an excuse, like a valid excuse to just put that there and be like, because offers were both on the table, but then when the sanctions came in, the Chelsea offers obviously stopped. The contract negotiations just broke down, and he said, "I got to sort out my career. I got to go somewhere." So he went to Madrid. Good luck to him. He had a great 18 months at Chelsea. Before that, wasn't the biggest fan of it. But the last thing I want to say on this Chelsea game before we move on is there was an absolutely excellent moment in the game, and I put a voice note in the group chat, and you guys completely aired it. Every single one of you. I was so disappointed because I thought it was hilarious.
To be fair, I didn't see it.
So as we're getting the results of the other games, we find out that Steven Gerrard has bottled it, and given Man City the league. So the whole of Stamford Bridge is chanting Steve Gerrard. Steve Gerrard.
Oh my God!
So we're all the entire stadium is chanting, and I pull my phone out and get a voice note, and I'm like singing along to you lot, like Steve Gerrard. 2-2 now. All you hear is mad cheers because Watford scored, and I'm like, oh, Watford scored. And then we carry on again. We're like, who cares? Steve Gerrard. It was funny, man. It was so funny.
Oh gosh.
Football fans are brilliant, man.
Football fans are brilliant. Chelsea are going to be going through a lot this summer, and it will be interesting when we're doing the pod for next season. It's going to be so interesting where Chelsea will be. Because I'm really intrigued by it.
04, 05 settings, you done now. 02, 03 maybe.
I was going to say 04, 05.
03, 04. Oh, God, I've confused myself here.
I was going to ask, is there any update to your ownership? Is that all that done? Or is it
Todd Bowley should be announced anytime soon.
Absolutely.
He was at the game. He was at the game soon.
Agreed.
Why are we weirdos?
You are weird.
What are your rivals to lose? Why are you weird, man?
Like Liverpool ain't even like in the same conversation.
Get alive.
Do you know them ones?
Get alive.
It's not even that.
It's
You know,
football.
because City are beating Villa, and the Villa manager is Gerrard. Let's
Peter,
go back to the
Peter.
Denver Barton. I mean,
You see, there's guys 16th that survived relegation by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, Everton, shameless people. Shameless people.
Enough as well, man.
Football is shameless. Football is the biggest shameless.
You guys want shameless hatred to leave the game. I'm telling you, it's not. It's not going to leave.
I'm not mad at it. It was funny.
Next year,
I'm hearing about the chance.
Everybody's getting it. Everyone's getting it next year. Everybody.
Thing is, it is funny, but it's almost like you're so irrelevant to this situation. Like, why are you even singing about it?
I mean, everyone was irrelevant, so you might as well have your fun somehow.
I get it, but like, come on. I mean, that's where we're going. We're clutching about another game that's taking place when your game is happening.
Why not? They secured they were calm. They weren't doing anything.
Listen to what Lola said. If we lost 17-0, nothing would have changed.
Yeah, sure, but if you're playing Liverpool, or you're playing Gerrard, Villa, for example, like say something about Watford. There's a plethora of things to say. We could be here all day talking about.
Who cares about Watford?
You're playing them though. You're playing them like
Watford. Everyone cares about them.
It's like Arsenal fans, right? When Arsenal fans are playing, we're playing like, I don't know, Burnley. Stand up if you hate Tottenham does not make sense. Why are we here? Why are we here?
Because you don't care about Burnley. You find something else to hate on.
You know what I'm saying? You've only got one town. You've only got one shop. You know, you got loads of things to say about Burnley.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Burnley.
Catch me at Oscar at the player haters ball next year. Yeah, we're there.
No, I live the blood of the enemies thing. I love it. So me personally, I find it hilarious. It's beautiful.
Me too. Next season, I'm gonna feast. I'm gonna laugh at everything.
Everything.
Let's not act above it. Let's not act above it. It's beautiful.
I was above it because I kid you not. When Aguero scored in 2012, I was just singing at Man United fans. I'm like, where the hell is my team? Are we not in the title?
I remember going to school the next day and everyone gave me the big one. When we everyone.
As they should.
And I laughed on their head top the next year. So no, football is football.
No, but I'm with AD. Like, that's the thing about that Manchester year in 2012. I'm just sitting there like we were like 18 points behind the parent.
I don't even know where he was.
We were just sitting there in third, like having a little shindig with Norwich and whoever else. Like it was just dry. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't laugh at Man United. It's just
What were your Liverpool? I don't know.
Man said I can't laugh at United. No.
I mean, I can. No, I can laugh about them. I'm not going to be singing chants at Arsenal against whoever about frigging Man City.
That one's fair. That's
what I'm saying. That's what Chelsea did, isn't it? They sang about Gerrard.
Because Everton singing made sense when they thought that like it's Everton. They're haters and they're not doing it.
That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
Yeah, but Chelsea don't like Liverpool, man. Especially this year. You know what I mean?
By the way, why? Like, what's the connection with Chelsea and Liverpool?
We just don't like each other. Like we played each other a lot. Like this,
but
we lost 2 finals to them this year. Like,
I get that, but like, is there an actual kind of like thing?
I think it's just like Champions League in 05, isn't it? Is it the Champions League in 04 or 05?
That period, the Rafa Mourinho period, we played them a lot. We played them, I think, twice in the Champions League with Mourinho, twice after Mourinho. So there's just animosity. We don't really like each other. But I don't like Man United. I don't like Arsenal. I don't like Tottenham. There's bare teams I don't like, and if they lose, crashing it on heads. I don't care. Like, Taha says Oscar Pulisic might be leaving so Starboy can get more game time. I mean, Starboy might be leaving too.
Do me a
Assad
favor,
says, I'm trying to sidestep it, Adrian. I'm trying to say it.
No. You know what I mean? Like, fair enough.
I mean,
there's a player there.
No, if Cho has any sense about himself and he wants to actually go, if he's trying to get into the Ghana team, he needs to leave and play ball.
Listen,
you've got Ghana.
Try and get into the Ghana team.
Okay, don't do that face, Oscar, because you've actually watched Ghana.
He's the number 10.
He needs to look at Tomori. He needs to look at what happened at Tomori.
Oscar, have you watched Ghana?
And he needs to leave.
The truth of the matter is this:
Don't just assume because Cho's from England and plays for Chelsea, he's definitely playing number 10 if he gets the Ghana squad.
He's
not doing it.
10 shirt tomorrow.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it.
The best player.
He's not. Oh, see, look at this bias right here. Look at you. You don't watch Ghana. You don't watch Ghana.
I don't watch Ghana. Did I not watch all of Ghana's games at AFCON and the
Ghana that has Suleiman and Kudus.
Hold on. I downloaded Mola TV to watch Ghana versus Nigeria twice. Yeah?
Okay, wonderful. But the Ghana that has Kudus, and Suleiman, my man Tory is not starting over them.
This is.
Listen, we all know. Listen,
they threw out for this guy when he went Ghana.
If Cho picks Ghana, he's starting every game of the World Cup.
If Cho starts for Ghana, it's because he paid them. That's guaranteed facts right there.
They'll give him the armband.
Okay. Listen, I don't know how we managed to talk about Cho for 3 minutes when he hasn't played in 3 months. I don't know how we did that.
It's funny.
Here's the thing.
It's a bit banter.
We know he's not got. Listen. We already know he's not serious because he's going to stay at Chelsea this summer unless he leaves. But he's going to stay at Chelsea this summer, and we're going to have the same. We're going to be here again.
Not serious?
Because he needs to go and play first team football.
He asked to leave last summer, and Tuchel said, "No, I need you."
Yeah, so, I mean, how many times has he asked to leave and it's never happened? What, he's been held against his will? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, the offer came last summer. He said, "I want to go." Tuchel said, "No, I can't let you go. I need you in the squad."
If he does it,
but
again,
when they offered him 150k, he signed a new deal, didn't he?
Yes, because he wanted to go. He wanted to go to Bayern as well. So him,
he signed a new deal.
He signed a new deal, though.
No, Chelsea rejected the offer from Bayern, and then they put an offer on his plate for a new deal, and he signed it. He wanted to go to Bayern.
Yeah, but he not that bad. It's not that bad for him.
It's not
if the money's 150, then okay. I'll sit on that for a bit.
All right, cool.
He will be the next. How do I put it? In the ilk of like the Zahas and whatever. Like just when it's just not. He's not here. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a good player, but he will not be at the top level unless.
To be fair to him, I'll be real though. Like, I do think when he actually does start playing consistent.
Nah, he'll be balling out if he actually gets to play. If they let him play, he will be.
And the truth is, he needs to move.
How old is he?
Why are we talking about Cho? I don't understand.
Somebody brought it up. Someone brought it up.
Because he came into the conversation. So
it was a comment section. It was a comment section.
Can we move on then?
It was a comment section.
Okay.
There's a comments there. There's a comments.
Assad says, wait, didn't Abdi say that United will finish above Chelsea? Yeah, they did. He did say that. What,
there's no need to talk about United. Ten Hag looks like a serious Donny. Man shutting down, bro, giving the media.
The way he shut down the media was hilarious.
Mad.
Bro,
it wasn't even him.
His press conference is on YouTube, yeah? And then Gary Cottrell, I don't know what he was thinking. He got moved.
Cottrell got moved, yeah?
Hey, Pete, you know how our media acts like when they're trying to get that interview, bro. All up in man's space, bro.
In man's grill, blood. You know the one.
He didn't say security guard shifted.
Just said
he was like, and he was like, "Don't push me. You're on live TV." And he just got into the car and drove off.
But what did he say in his press conference? Was there anything of note? Is there anything to grasp on? To say, okay.
Basically, he was just saying he's happy he's here, blah blah blah. But people ask him about the captaincy, and someone asked him about the captaincy of Harry Maguire, and he said, "Listen, this season is not next season. We'll see what happens."
Ronaldo.
And I was like,
there's a question he got about Ronaldo. How Ronaldo gonna feature in you or something like that? He said goals. Everyone started laughing, and then there was another question where he just shut it down. I'll speak to the players first before I speak to you. Lock off. Next question.
No. You see that comment there pisses me off. Do you know why? Why is he holding a press conference then? If he says I'm going to speak to the players first.
No.
It wasn't the only question. It was like bare, like, how do you find Manchester? Blah blah blah. Just like
I don't care.
It was one of Pete. It's one of them leading questions, like them questions that would turn into a story. Look what he said about Ronaldo. He said, "I'll talk to Ronaldo first, then before I speak to you."
So my question is though, how comes he's spoken to us first before he's even spoken to the players?
Obviously,
explain that to me.
He's the new Manchester United manager, bruv.
So what? No one's met him. No one's met him. Yeah,
they've probably met him, but not like met him like that to be proper getting stuff out of it. So
this notion that he hasn't spoken to the player before he speaks to us. I mean, turn it in.
It's just, it's clearly just to get the press to go away. I've met you, now go away.
Listen, it is to shush the press, of course, but I'm going to retaliate to that. I'm asking them questions.
He's not. He looks like a nonsense guy, bro. With his English ain't the greatest, but yeah, you can tell. Okay, this guy.
Hey, Tomori.
No nonsense. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Can we move on?
That's literally what I got to say. It's a new season. We move on. They get us delayed, by the way.
By the way, Palace beating United for the first time in the Premier League. What a disgrace!
Was it the first time? It wasn't
in the Premier League. Yeah.
No.
Was it last week? Yeah, last season.
Check the stats.
Check
the stats.
Wait, Robin, did they not beat you last season? I swear they did.
I think we drew. I think we drew last season. I can't remember.
I think they drew there a lot. They drew.
Okay.
Palace never beat.
And you know, wait,
that's not true. That's not true.
I swear they beat them. Am I moving mad?
They got packed under Oli. No, they got packed at Old Trafford.
Bro.
At Selhurst Park. We haven't lost.
Oh, Pete. No, but Pete.
Okay.
Pete, are you talking about at Selhurst?
I didn't say at Selhurst.
They won at Old Trafford. That's what I'm saying. Come on.
Selhurst Park, we haven't lost.
I just said.
I swear it was one of the first games of the season.
Yeah, it was. I remember that.
Stinker.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
September 2020, Manchester United won, Crystal Palace 3.
Hey, you've had the stinker there.
It was at Selhurst.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think the only thing I'll say about the United game is purely the fact that I'm enjoying the kind of implosion of Bruno this season. It makes me feel so much better for hating him very early.
Yeah, it's mad. People like Ernest, man. They're drinking, man.
Because the pass. Because whatever that pass was, Zaha's goal was mad.
Yeah. When I saw that pass, I didn't even watch the game. I just saw the pass and I said, I can't defend you. I cannot defend you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. At least see Maguire back in the team. You know what I mean? Need to see
we'll see what happens.
Back.
I'm so gutted that
I need that.
I'm so gutted that Man United are in the Europa League next year. I was praying for the conference, and Palace did their job, but West Ham come on.
It's bad enough, guys. Cristiano Ronaldo in the Conference League. That's the biggest disrespect a club has ever done. If I was him, I'd retire. I'd retire now. I can't be 38 in the Europa League.
Yeah, but Brighton did him a favor, so it's fine.
Yeah, no.
No, but Ronaldo in the conference,
not playing. He's not playing, man.
He's not.
Yeah, he wouldn't have played. He wouldn't have played.
You know how they say Champions League Varane? No. Cristiano Ronaldo is Champions League Ronaldo. He cannot play.
That one's certified. There's no way in hell Ronaldo was playing in Conference League. He would have said, "I'm injured."
He's not playing in Europa. He's not playing in Europa League. Let's be very clear.
UEFA, bruv. I
don't
want to see. You can't use his image, likeness, or none of your ads, bruv.
They're gonna tattoo it everywhere.
They already posted a tweet. They posted a tweet and it said Europa League and it had Saka and Ronaldo.
I appreciate that.
Europa League logo.
Damn shame, bro.
CR7 in the Europa League is criminal. Season says CR7 disrespected himself. He should have never come back.
He should have gone to City. Like if the stories were true, he should have. Even if Rio phones you, I'm sorry, you put the phone down on Rio.
Yeah, if Rio phones you, that should be a green light to let you know you're making the right decision. Like Rio's predictions in football.
Because Rio's had howlers upon howlers. Honestly, wow.
Guys, let's deep this. Yeah, Ronaldo was going to Manchester City. We haven't spoken about this enough. He was going to Manchester City, and obviously Rio was giving it the big one because he called him in it.
Yeah.
So let's sit here and think about this, guys. He was walking to Man City where the title was his before the ball was kicked. Yeah. And then he went and changed to go to Man United because of Rio Ferdinand's phone call and Sir Alex.
Caesar says get Rio off BT Sport. Let me remind you who Rio Ferdinand is. Yeah, when Newcastle fans complained about Mike Ashley ruining their fans, he said, "Why don't you all pool your money together and buy the club?" This is what Rio Ferdinand said as an actual solution.
Man, that working with Greg's, you know?
Do you know what? Yeah, and the fact that Rio comes from Peckham, he's completely forgot his roots. That was a foul move. That was an absolute foul move from Rio. Unbelievable.
The man are working in Ladbrokes, yeah, and you're telling them to go buy Newcastle United. Yeah,
Oscar.
What does that even mean?
Rio Ferdinand Guys, think about this. Yeah, if think about it, you're a footballer. You play for Man United. You're one of the best clubs in the world. You're playing for Man United. You're the centre half at Man United, and you decide not to take a drugs test, and then just lose 6 to 8 months of football just because. Just because. Not even like I failed one. Like if you fail one, you fail one, innit? Yeah, cool. But like to not take one, it's like come on.
I think it's stupid, but I'm with Rio on that one. I think they made an example out of him, and I don't think they would have treated anyone else the same way.
No, but you know what it is, yeah?
Do you think
especially
He was banned for 8 months.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
and didn't fail it.
But when people don't do drugs tests, people lose their championships, bro.
Peter,
it's gone far worse than this. People have lost their titles.
How much? What was the ban for racism in the Premier League when Suarez did?
Oh no, what I'm comparing, no. What I'm comparing is drug to drug. I'm comparing drug test to drug test.
But it's not Premier League who do that. It's not Premier League who do that. It's all this VAR and them lot there, bro. Premier League have nothing to do with it. Anti-doping
by the way,
independent of Premier League. You don't. And I know
this.
I know this because they come in. When I was working at West Ham, I'm just security bag. Man was next to the doping room. They just say, "Hey, I want this one. Hey, you gotta come give me a pee sample, bro." Still,
that's insane.
On site,
man.
And they don't tell you when they're turning up. They don't tell you. They just turn up.
Yeah.
They could have told man to come back next week or something. It was a bit much. But,
Boss Lakendo said, after 38 games, Manchester United have a 0 goal.
Yeah, that is pathetic. That's actually pathetic. That is actually disgusting. That is disgusting.
I don't think we should talk anymore about this waste.
Yeah, we're done with it. We're done with that.
I said it last week. Everything they have done this year, it's a rerun. It's an old episode of something we've seen before.
Nah, Oscar, you know what? No cap, yeah? No cap. This football club is a waste of space in 2022. The 2021-22 season has been a waste of space. It has been a farce. A frigging farce, this football club. Right? And if they get their act together next season, here we go. We can have a conversation about it.
Can we talk about another farce, please?
Yeah, let's move. One last comment because this is quite funny. Boss Lakendo said I was watching back the first episode of the season, and Abdi said United are back after beating them.
It's funny.
I said it's Leeds.
Thank you. I don't understand the United fans getting gassed over Leeds. Leeds literally open themselves up for United all the time. I don't know if anyone taking those games as a metric is weird.
So annoyed that they're still here. I'm so annoyed they're still here.
Big up Leeds, man. What are you saying, Pete?
Why are they still here?
Leeds. Because Burnley are a joke.
Burnley are gone. Thank God.
They deserve to go down when you sack Sean Dyche. They deserve to go. There was no reason.
We'll talk about relegation later. But
no sympathy, bro.
We can get on to them later. And it's not even low key, Taha, by the way. It's not even low key, bro. It's like he says things and people just turn into a frenzy whenever he says something, even though it's just simple. Like Josie just talks simple and everyone just gets into a frigging frenzy about it. So anyway, here we are. C1 says Leeds shake. Yeah, for everyone, yeah. I mean, listen, they be twerking, boy. They be twerking. They gave 8-5 a few.
Abdi, we love you still, Abdi. But
no, don't worry.
When we see crimes, we call it.
Listen, Abdi, no, it's not love. He says things and just thinks we're not gonna come back to this. What?
That's my point. We love our viewers. We love our viewers, but if you say mad things, we'll come.
The thing is, it's not even dirty. You know, like dirty laundry. It's them ones where it's like, no, they're comments you have said publicly. You know them ones, like they are there. Like it's not even you hung your own washing. You know them ones. Hey, we're just here to just listen. I just remember your grease at the start of the season. Didn't he offer me out? I swear he offered to fight me at Hyde Park. Remember? He offered me out at Hyde Park. I was thinking, what am I doing in Hyde Park?
Burgess Park.
Was it Burgess? First of all, there's not a cat in hell's chance you're going to find me in that slum over there, right? And then Hyde Park, what am I doing in Hyde Park? If I'm on foot in them ends, you must be freaking kidding me. But I like SW, you know what I'm saying? He was talking mad. Anyway.
He said the day that Man United come back, you're all in trouble. We will have the last laugh. Yeah. Man.
Why do you think it will be the last one? I ducked the grind. I swear he pulled out. No Holmes. I swear he pulled out this guy. This guy, man. How about?
You're crazy.
No.
Oh yeah, you guys are supposed to fight. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah.
What have I been just saying in the past 5 minutes? What's going on here? Where are we?
My mind's gone. My mind's gone. Sorry.
It's not 10 yet. Flipping hell. All right. David, Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal finished 5th this season.
Yeah.
Europa League football, Thursday nights, Channel 5. What
Thursday nights. Oh, Europa.
Yeah. You see expressions? He's like, it's so freaking annoying. I want to bang him in the face. Like, what is that? It's so freaking annoying. It's the worst intro. It's the worst song ever.
Oh,
wait, pause. Why are you bigging up Frank? What did he do?
Frank had an objective to keep his team in the league, and he succeeded. Let's move on.
What does that have to do with me?
Do you see the shameless though? But do you see the listen?
I hate Everton.
So much. They suck so bad.
Guys, you have to understand. You know when Lampard came to Everton, he's failed, right?
Oh,
let's not do this. He's failed.
Adrian, didn't I say this would happen on day one?
No.
He's failed.
Didn't I say this would happen on day
We'll
one?
get onto it. Relegation.
What did you say?
We'll get onto it. We can't talk about relegation yet. We'll talk about relegation.
Okay, we'll leave the Everton one to later.
We'll get to it.
We'll actually get to relegation.
Lola.
Oh, that song was funny. That song was funny. That song was so deep.
That was funny.
What is he?
Expression was just moving mad.
What's it called? Our worst ever season, and we're in the same comp. Wallahi, I love Arsenal.
Man.
Always make me.
Let them be shameless, man. What else is he gonna do? What is that gonna do? He was crying because he thought it was Conference League. Let him try it.
His worst ever season, right? Let's check. They bought Ronaldo this year. They bought Sancho this year, and they bought Varane this year, and they're with us.
They're saying I'm going to win the league
above you. No, guys. Let's actually deep this. We finished above Manchester United,
and this is the thing, though.
Finished above.
But this is the thing, though, Peter. This is where I'm finding it hilarious. Like your worst ever season. You bought. I was hearing songs about Champions League Varane. You bought CR7 home. I was hearing some wild shouts about freaking Alanga, which is hilarious. Bruno Fernandes was better than Kevin De Bruyne. Everything, Maguire, all these things, and you still managed to finish below Arsenal. Then people were laughing. You had Sky Sports and all these men making up all this stuff about Tomiyasu and the whole Ben White thing. That photo of the 3 dragon heads where they were all there's like 3 look serious and then 1 look stupid is Ben White. Well, all this is kind of get relayed. You can chat about how you did your best season. It's not Arsenal's best season ever season. But say you run that argument, you spend how much on these big players in your Europa League? Barely, because Brighton beat Watford, West Ham, not because you were good. So let's pull this back.
Give them, man. Give them.
Compete. Just to take us slightly off topic, I have to post these comments because they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Hunter says, "Cups of the Rose, pictures in my old phone. I should call one and go home. I've been in this club too long."
Well, Marvin.
Mate, it's honestly.
Hey man, Burnley relegated. You have to hold that one, man. You have to hold that one. And do you know why it was extra sweet for me? Because Callum Wilson was the one to send them down. Mwah. I love it. I love it. Hold that.
Yeah, Burnley's a weird one. That's a weird one. Anyway, but Oscar, we're talking the Arsenal. Lola, out of 10, where are you on this situation? And let me know your thoughts overall this season. How you feeling now? Talk to me.
The man get a 5, 4.5. They failed. They failed. No one can tell me about. Don't tell me about what did you expect at the start of the season? Because last season, even before when they were talking about Arteta's objectives, I specifically remember them saying to get top 4. He has not got top 4 at all. You could tell me it's 2 points. He still didn't do it. That's a fail. No matter what kind of avenue you could talk about the injuries, I don't care. Me personally, I don't like these excuses about this, that, and that because a lot of them were self-inflicted. You decided to trim the squad. Fair enough. You better had a plan for it. You didn't. You had January. You brought no one in, but you still managed to kick out a ton of useful players. I'm even going to take it back to the I'm going to focus on one, which people might think is minuscule, but let me go with it. Callum Chambers was your starting right back last season. Cedric was the 5th choice right back. Nowhere to be seen. All of a sudden now, the season starts. Chambers has 1-2 bad games. Completely gone. Somehow Cedric is now starting right back again after Tomiyasu came back in. All of this stuff that you decided to do, that's the one thing I don't like to hear about how, Arteta, and I'm not hearing it because he deliberately weakened the squad and decided not to bring anyone in. You were chasing Vlahovic. Vlahovic, who told you from day one, I'm not coming. You were calling his phone. He wasn't listening. I don't know why you're still fighting him. Spurs showed exactly what supposed to do. Spurs literally did a thing in January, which Arsenal should have done, which is they realized if we just get a tweak in, it could push us over the edge. Because think about it, say they didn't go for if they didn't go in for Kulusevski or Bentancur, they would have had Lucas Moura and Harry Winks starting. Are they getting top four with them two? Let's not pretend. The addition of whether or not how highly people rate Kulusevski and Bentancur, I don't personally rate Bentancur a lot, but he's way better than what they had already. That marginal push, obviously we've added a bit of Conte, but even with Conte there, they were still kind of not on it, and Arsenal were in the driving seat, and Arsenal shot themselves in the foot. And a lot of the shots in the foot came from like Arteta and above because they did nothing. They sat on their laurels whilst weakening the team, knowing full well that in our key positions we have a lot of injury-prone players in those key positions, and you did nothing to add to it. You brought in Sambi Lokonga in the summer, which people were saying I was being harsh because I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't happy about it because he was not better than anyone we had. And it's even more so to the point because I don't think Lokonga has shown me any reason to believe why he's better than Guendouzi, why he's better than Willock, why he's better than Torreira.
Yeah.
And I'm purely looking at what this season has shown me. He has not had a better game. He hasn't had a better game than Ainsley Maitland-Niles when they were both in the same team at the same time. And now Ainsley's gone. He hasn't had a better game than El Neni. It's just purely based on the season, and then he's been better than him already. So all these,
is El Neni getting another one?
that one there is what it is. I'm not even. But my whole point is, a lot of this stuff happens that we end up fifth. Yes, it's better than eighth. But I'm not gassing up, but you had eighth, fifth. Wow, you end up right back where Emery was. I'm not going to get gassed about it. Yes, it's slightly better. You got, but the upside is maybe better. But especially the way things go, what's the word? Expectations change when you make them change. He changed things by the way things were going. You were in the top four. You dropped it out. You lost it because it wasn't Spurs beat you to it. Arsenal lost it because literally all you had to do was just not lose. And you messed it up. So for me, failed it. I don't care. So it's a nonsensical. Certain players are good because when you look at the stats here, all about under 21s. If you have those under 21s giving you those exact numbers, but had someone actually being the leader, their numbers are brilliant but they're the ones who have to be the better ones. You've got Saka had 19 goals and assists. I think everyone else had like 17, 12, and under 21. That's brilliant. But then our top scorer in the striker, Eddie Nketiah, has started how many games? He's matched. He's got more Prem goals than Lacazette. Gabriel has got more goals in the Premier League than Lacazette. Gabriel, our centre back, has more goals than Aubameyang. Still has more goals than Lacazette in the league. You know, this is who we wanted to rely on. This is what I mean. This is why I'm not hearing all these excuses about it because he did this and did nothing about it. So 4.5. I'm even being nice because I don't like the guy. So I'm being nice with that one. Hold it.
David. Sorry, go on, AD.
I was just gonna say like he's made a bad situation worse. Like a better coach, he says, you know what, Alba, I don't like you. Give me 6 more months and I'll let you cut. Ainsley, come and do a job for me. He's got it wrong.
And the whole Saliba situation as well.
Don't get me started on that one. Don't get me started on that one. That one there is nonsense as well.
Because now he's wanted to stay at Marcel, who made Champions League. So yeah,
like that for me, like where he wants to go is irrelevant. For me, what needs to happen is Arteta needs to put his arm around him and say, "I need you in my squad. I want you in my squad. Come play for me." Because he's an Arsenal player at the end of the day.
It's not happening. That's
why?
done.
Okay. Why are they beefing? Like, what's the? Because there's been issues with Xhaka. He's resurrected them. There was an issue with Aubameyang initially. He resurrected it, and then it severed ties in the end. Why does he not like Saliba? Have they had a falling out?
Do you know? I think it's all encompassing because you got one of the most promising centre backs at the time when we bought him. He went back on loan Senetia, and I think it was like 28 something mil, whatever. And he was like, what was he, 18 when we got him? Cool. He sent him back on loan for half a season because obviously we just got him to whatever. He comes back, he gets bombed to the under 23s. I saw Kolasinac playing centre back. I saw Mustafi getting minutes centre back. I saw Socrates, Xhaka. All these men got to play at centre back. Saliba didn't even get registered. Then he went out on loan to Nice. Cool. Then we're told during that period he's going to come back. We're going to have a look at it in pre-season. I think he played half a game in pre-season. Immediately straight back out to Mark. He went back on loan again. He has not touched pitch. He has not touched pitch once for Arsenal. And he's now you took his number away, Like you gave it to Ben White, which is another thing that you brought in. You're playing Mari, you're playing all these men over him, and now you expect him, who's now got 2 years left in his contract. People saying, "Oh yeah, he's gonna go." You expect him to want to come back when he's just got young player of the season in France.
Twice.
He's now in the French team. World Cup is coming. You think he wants to come and sit on the bench?
He's in the French team. Like,
it's done.
It's November as well. Yes, he's going
to. World Cup is this year. He wants to play.
But forget like not forget all of that. Everything you said is 100% true. But he's an elite player that should be playing. He's contracted to your club. Why on earth? Like whatever beef Arteta has with him, surely this can be rectified. Like
we shall see in it. We shall see, but I don't believe it.
Oscar, you haven't understood the dictatorship we have here. I don't think you understand it.
No, but like
I genuinely don't think you do understand that we actually are run by a dictator.
That's fine, Pete. But like whether you agree or disagree, there was clear reasons behind the Aubameyang situation. Yeah, whether you agree or disagree, we clearly saw what happened with Özil. We've clearly seen why he's fallen out with certain people and why this has happened before.
Wait, why has he fallen out with Özil?
No, but the Özil situation was convoluted. There was a myriad of things. On the pitch, Özil wasn't, playing at his best level. Off the pitch, there was the issues of Özil.
That's Oscar. Before the pandemic, he played every game for under Mikel Arteta.
Pete, I'm not saying I agree. I don't agree with the Özil thing. Don't get hung up on that. I don't agree with the Özil thing.
No, I just don't think you're making sense.
No, what I'm saying is there's a line of reasoning. Like I don't
know. But also Oscar, but then I can also have a line of fact saying there's 100%. one too many players that you've fallen out with for me to now look at you 100% saying there's not also you must be involved in it as well. You must have
I agree. There's too many. Like, I've been vocal about how high I rate Saliba. I think this guy is quality. I think he's gonna be. He reminds me of Van Dijk when I watch him play. So I'm like,
did you know what?
Oscar, what is the problem?
Oscar, let's just talk about this season alone. Listen to what Adrian said at the start when he was chatting about Arsenal. We went to January, right, and we weakened the side. Remember what we were looking like before Christmas.
We weakened it,
and then he took players away, and then didn't replace.
Yeah,
hang on. You just reminded me of Chambers. Funny enough, Lola,
even
right?
Chambers,
Mari, Aubameyang, and who was the other one?
Ainsley. And we can chat. And the thing is, we can chat about what people think about Ainsley. The whole point of like January is to kind of consolidate. After that period, playing styles here, there, you want to get points. Ainsley like versatility and his usefulness. It's him and Chambers. You need it, and we threw him away. For free, by the way. Chambers we got no money. We literally cancelled his contract for no reason. We didn't sell him. He went for free.
January 1st, everybody said Arsenal needs to go and spend. Not only did we will not spend, we took away. And you know what? The thing that really hurt me this week, because I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a wounded man since Spurs. Like I've been wounded. Like I'm hurting, right? And obviously, the Newcastle defeat was a disgrace. We got absolutely.
That was funny.
We got absolutely battered by Newcastle, right? Now, the thing is, by the way, no pressure. And guess what? They've gone and scored 5 against this Everton side, who they lost to at Goodison this season.
That one there.
Believe it or not.
No comment there, right? But the fact that he said, I saved money on the wage bill. He actually said that on Front Street. Oscar, I don't listen. It's not about there's reasoning when this happened and that happened. No. Above all things, this man is a dictator. Okay, because the way he all he's doing is ruining every single situation that he's got. He's been given a terrible situation that he made worse in his first year, in his second year, and now in his third year. And then I've got to sit here and go through 3 more years of this. And now my attention turns to whoever recruits the guy and has and sacks the guy. Whoever what's it called? Whoever is the responsible for him being in the job or not being in the job. I'm looking at you. Whoever your name is, whatever your name is, I'm looking at you because you cannot stand. This is your ambition? Fine. Because you know what's funny, guys? Can I be honest? Everyone at Arsenal is satisfied. They're very, very satisfied with this season. They think he's cheap.
Hey, man, it's had a great season.
Oscar, he said I've saved money on the wage bill. That's what we're talking about.
I was gonna ask you, Pete. Last day, obviously, you were facing Everton 5-1. What was the mood in the stadium? Was it everyone just focusing on the Spurs game?
No, I think.
All that
Do you know what it
stuff? 'Cause
is?
I wasn't really watching the game. Yeah.
Is the problem, innit? Is the problem? I think fans, because at the stadium, there's a lot more backing of the team and the manager, and like I think fans are at this moment in time where they can't like just turn all of a sudden now. They kind of feel like they've made their bed, and they're reluctantly lying in it. That's what it feels like to me. It's like the fans.
Do you know what it is? I actually don't think. I don't agree. I don't think it's right. I think there is definitely aspects of the team where I can see why, because we got like the young. I think the beauty of the young some of the young players is that they're easy to love. So that one I don't think is reluctant. So I think the actual vibe was fair enough. I think any Arsenal fan who was actively or seriously thinking Norwich were going to do anything, that seems horrendous. It's a horrible team. Anyone who thought that Norwich were going to win.
Can I talk on that very quickly?
Arsenal needs San Rashida quickly. Take that,
Oscar. No, I need to talk about something very, very quickly.
Why me?
No, I was just saying. I'm addressing everybody. Guys, an investigation needs to take head at Carrow Road, and not only at Carrow Road, right? Because I don't want to make this an Arsenal thing. But first of all, I want to ask you first on the panel: did anybody watch the highlights of this game?
There was one goal.
I saw the goals.
Okay.
Well, the Norwich one, because the Kane goal was nonsensical.
Okay. Right.
They had a freaking.
I will even go as far as just take it away from Arsenal, so I'm genuine here. What took place at the Brentford Community Stadium is in similar fashion, guys. I saw two bent football matches before my eyes. If you think listen, I am hurt. Don't get me wrong. I'm gutted at Spurs, but guys,
the game was rigged.
Go look, Adrian. It was so rigged. It was untrue. It was untrue. Like, there was. I mean, what's it? Is it Kane's goal? The goalkeeper's passed it straight to the Tottenham player, right? And he's crossed it in with his first touch, and Kane's headed it into an open goal. The defending. I mean, Tim Krul's losing his mind, right? Because I don't think
the goal's here. Yeah. Tim Krul's over there.
Should have retired 4 years ago.
I'm sitting there thinking, what is going on? And then I watched the Brentford with Leeds game, and I'm sure is it Mbeumo? I forgot his name now. Mbeumo, right? He has been put on a bet to not score because the chances he was missing, he was deliberately hitting them wide. And I said, hang on, there's something fishy going on right here. And I saw that in both games, by the way. But anyway, yeah, as you said, listen, expecting Norwich to do us a favour. Can
I ask Ernest put a comment here. He says a lot of Arsenal fans who backed Arteta, they want to change their mind. The ego won't let them switch. Is that true?
That's how I feel.
I think some. There are some who are clearly in it deep. I
think most Arteta like they at the beginning of the season they would have said we're going to get fifth, and then they got fifth.
Oscar, look at how many times. Look at how many times we let top four go. By the way, this ain't the first time this season. The last 3 games, you're 4 points clear. By the way. With 3 games to go, and in fact, you could have ended the top 4 situation at Spurs. You could have done the job.
The thing is, right? It's not even ending it at Spurs. You could have drawn at Spurs, which is what you should have done. Still lost the Newcastle game, and you would have been fine for Everton. But you decided to lose your mind and thought, nah, I'm gonna go gung ho and I'm gonna let everyone move mad, rather than just saying, you know what, Spurs can't deal with a low block thing. We're away from home. No one's gonna be mad. Just sit here, because they'll get annoyed.
Lola,
all you have to do is just sit.
Lola, it's not rocket science. The reason Arsenal are not in the top 4 is because of one man and one man only. Let's be very, very clear.
Alexander Lacazette.
No, come on. I mean, listen, I hear you. I do hear you. But my God, it's the fact that this is the leader who is running the ship, the prison cell at the moment. And look at what he's done. He's causing more trouble than he's any good. And by the way, wait for it, guys. There's going to be more next season. Wait for it.
Because especially now, think about it. You guys were doing like 1 game a week. Next season, all the games are packed together because we've got a World Cup. Like all European games are going to be week. Yeah, all European games are going to be weekly next season. The group stage.
And this is what I'm thinking. It's like
I said, oh boy, it's going to be long.
Because there's a reason why most of the season way through, bar like derby games, where I'm just going to be extra annoying. But generally, I have not been gassed about anything, bar like my Haylenkers, because I have, I love the academy boys. So I'm always going to gas them up. But it was just like nothing this season, bar a couple games here there, had me feeling like definite And the only reason I was kind of saying we'll get top 4 is purely because Spurs were moving mad and Man United were moving mad, and then we were just kind of fine. That was it. There wasn't a case of us being. But then see, this is where the trickery of his like witchcraft worked. Because if you were kind of sticking in the mind of what Arteta is, we should have known he would have done something stupid, which is what happened. The back end of the season, he moved stupid and cost us game after game after game until it was too late. And then it's just the burnout and the lack of rotation and like so many situations that have happened this season. It's on him. Some of the injuries are on him. Some of the kind of players that Saka, both seasons in a row, by the way, has tailed off purely because we haven't rested him once. He's played every single game it's not like, you know, when you've got players who play every single game, but then you kind of see them getting rested, or you see them kind of. We play him the entire time, and every single time he comes off, if he does come off, he's limping because you're not rotating him at all. I don't like Pepe. I don't rate him. Poor signing, whatever. But a good manager feeds him in through the season so that when you do bring him on, he's not like 100% cold. But we didn't because that's another player he's got beef with, so he won't play him.
Of course. I got 2 questions for you, Lola, before we give it to David, because he hasn't said anything on this, right? Number 1, what do you think our best performance was this season? Because I have an answer, and I just want to know if you're in the same.
Can I say my answer?
I mean, I don't think we've had a good full game at all. This season. There are chunks where the Spurs game, I think the home Spurs game was fun. That's Derby, so it's got the Derby twinge on it, so it kind of ups it. The Leeds away game was sick, in my opinion. They had the kind of animosity, and then we backed them. It was fun.
That's when Martinelli arrived. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is why I haven't been gassed this season. I haven't seen like games where I've been thinking we've been the Watford game, but see what the team's saying. It's like it's not been anything for me to like put my hat on.
Do you think that's a bit harsh? Like, how many games have Arsenal won this season?
I think 22. I think.
So, did you get what I mean? Like, is any football game
games? And no. Like I said, I have said there's a difference. There have been games where I think we're good, and there have games where I thought, but I haven't felt gassed by a good majority of the games. There've been games we've been good in. Like, I'm not gonna say even shit, like rubbish in all of them. I'm not mental, but like, there's nothing to kind of give me like a feeling of like, yeah, like he knows exactly. No, it's stuff.
In my opinion, I think Man City at home was our best performance, and he wasn't even in the dugout that day. Number 1. Number 2.
AirPod man.
Obviously, like big up to Albert. Yeah. Number 2, we've lost more games than Palace this season, more games than Manchester United this season.
Wow.
Okay, Adrian. So there you go.
He's lost 13 games this season. You know, people ignoring that because he won 22. We lost 13 games.
Thank you very much. Right. And the second question I want to ask you: how much money do you think he's spent since he's joined the club? How much money do you think Mikel Arteta spent? Because when I tell you what
160.
But even on that, we brought in one attacker. Did we even pay for him? Did we even pay for it? It was Willian, one attacker.
Oh, I forgot about him.
We bought one attacker in his entire tenure.
Definitely paid for him.
Yeah, we paid for him. We paid for him. But my point is like we talk about chance creation and trying to get goals. You have brought in one attacker and destroyed a good 2 or 3. So the balance is balancing.
How much has he spent since he's come? By the way, we lost more games than Palace, Brighton, and Man United. By the way,
okay, yeah, Boston got a thing. The Leicester game was actually really good. The Leicester game was.
I was gonna say he's been in 3 seasons now. I'm guessing what 100 mil each season. So I'm gonna say 300 mil.
So imagine that, right? He's actually spent $250 million on this squad, and look where it is. My case is closed. David.
My thoughts. And I said this just as he came in, I think maybe a year into his reign. As long as Steve Round is our assistant manager, Arsenal are not free.
Steve Round? Why has he caught a shot? Why did he catch a shot?
Straight. Straight.
This is the levels of a big Arsenal. We've seen what he's done at Everton, yeah? He was doing a good job underneath David Moyes. What happened? He went to United. What happened? Didn't last the season there. There's levels to this, man. Look, when you look at our bench here, everyone with their stupid AirPods in, man. I'm like, are we doing here, bro? I look at Klopp and with his Donnies there. Look at Guardiola's
Marking.
bro.
Bro, Klopp's has done a masterclass on that coaching thing on YouTube. He's done a masterclass. You know that little coaching thing? I don't know if you've seen that coaching master. Klopp's Don has done one. I ain't never seen no assistant manager do one of these things.
He used to be a coach, though, to be fair. He used to be a manager.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
honestly, guys, yeah. And Lee Judges, your mate said it best yesterday on one of his fan cards.
What did he say?
This fan base needs to lift their ambitions again, yeah. If we finish, and we got sacked for finishing 5th, we got rid of Wenger for finishing 5th. Obviously, he was a legend. This guy finishes outside the top for one more time, needs to go, bruv.
Yeah, 100%. That goes without saying.
Straight. I don't want to hear no progression. And I said this. I've always said this. When Klopp came at Liverpool, when Klopp came at Liverpool, obviously he had the dross. Next minute, from since then, it's been title race, Champions League, Europa League final. None of this stupidness, taking a Bamyang off, hits the post, and you're bringing him. You've never seen Klopp have a mare. This guy has had multiple mares after mare after mare. He has one more season with me. If he doesn't do it, out the door.
No.
But David, you know,
I mean, he shouldn't walk in. He shouldn't enter the next season. To be fair, here's the thing that I really want. Right, I want next season. I'm sorry to say this as an Arsenal fan, Lola and David. I apologize now.
Oh, here we go.
You know, no,
what, 10 games? 10 games in a row? Yeah.
No. It's not. It's 10 games in a row. Okay. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, because do you know why though? But understand my reasoning why. Yeah, because at the end of the day, guys, a man can finish 8th twice and then 5th in the 3rd season and be given a new contract. By the way, Mikel came out and said, I got given the new contract after the 3 defeats. I didn't know what to headbutt first. The desk, the frigging ironing board. I was headbutting shelves. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Okay, so what I need,
really sharp.
So I should have knocked him out if I see it. Listen, I need a goal difference of -30. I need. Listen, when I tell you right now, yeah, on a league Gunnar thing, yeah. I'm ready for the L, blood. Give me all the L's, blood. I'll be rolling them.
I can name those. I can name.
I've got a question for you guys. Yeah, why does it have to take so?
Thank you.
For it to be bad to know this guy's not the guy, bro.
And that's why. And that's the thing. It's because
it's the same thing at United.
It's because above they are. There is no ambition. There is none.
No, because deep the second offense. But deep the second offenses. Europa League, both times of getting out, both disgusting ways of leaving. The Olympiacos one and Villarreal, that's both sackable offenses in my opinion. Regular toss. The 8 back to back. That's no. There's no. The 8 back to backs, sackable offenses.
Yeah.
And then you're getting four again now. So that's 5 already. That's 5 sackable offenses. He's still here. Got a new contract. The club is
Lola, let me tell you this. He's won 1/3 of his games as Arsenal manager.
33%.
Do you know how many? No, but deep it. Do you know how many records he's actually broken? No, but guys, do you know how many?
35% win.
No, but do you know how many bad records he's broken? He's broken the amount of consecutive losses, the amount of losses in the season, the amount of percentage. Look at all the bad records Arsenal have got. They're all under him, and he's still here.
He's lost like 38 games for Arsenal.
Oh,
in the league.
Let
him
stay.
This fan base,
David, I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Next season, from minute 1, I am L, because he cannot make December, and then give me another January window where he pisses out.
And then when Klopp and Pep go both Martinelli and Saka, I don't want to hear any Arteta fan complain. I don't want to hear nothing from any of them.
Lola, I said this.
I don't want to hear anything.
Lola, I've said this last year. I said it last year. When you see Martinelli at Liverpool, I don't hear no Arsenal fan base say "Pim, bro." Don't say. I need you to do.
I don't want to hear it because
you see Hornsey Road, that roundabout, bro.
Yeah.
I need to see you, man. Keep going around that thing, because you, man, are just.
I want to see it. Listen,
I don't want to see no protest. I don't want to see nothing. You've been warned. I've been saying it for time.
I don't want to see one flare in North London. Let me tell you that right now. Not one flare. Okay, like honestly, and the thing is, I felt this way when he walked in the door. Because think about it, guys. As you said, they sacked Unai. they chased Mikel up the M6, even though he was in London when they beat us 3-0, Man City, at the Emirates. And then he drove up there. Guys, I said roller coaster season this year, but let me tell you right now, in 2 seasons, the guy has lost 26 league games. Do you hear that? Yeah? Oscar, this is not a man that should be in a position of such authority. It cannot happen.
You should remember at the fact that this is his first managerial job. Like, he's never been anywhere else. He's been an assistant manager.
That is the problem, and that's the first red flag when he was walked in the door. He was literally the captain. He was the captain of my club 2 years prior. He was kicking ball like 3 years before that.
Do you know? I watched an interview with Pep, and he gives Mikel a lot of credit for their.
I bet he does.
Oh, Pep's a crackhead.
Yeah, this is Pep.
Mate, Pep's the kind of guy who will credit his wife because she made him a toast in a certain way.
And also, I've had
to toast like this before. It's the best toast I've ever
also
had.
I'll be slightly
more than you believe.
I'll be slightly nicer and say I can probably see Arteta as a coach under Pep makes sense because he's not allowed to. Because Arteta under Pep has no veto power, meaning when he does something stupid, Pep will say no. Where now, because Arteta hasn't got the buffer of someone to tell him that you're moving mad, his freedom of reign is here, and you see the fruits. You see the fruits of it.
Question, guys: If Arteta got sacked tomorrow, who's picking him?
I don't know.
I actually do think he'd get some jobs. Actually, I won't lie. I'd hear the PowerPoint. I'd be like, "Yo, show me the PowerPoint. Show me the presentation."
Where?
Let me see.
Like he's not Ollie. Like Ollie, I have no ambition. He's not got. Ollie's not getting a job. Arteta, I can actually see. It'll be low down, but I can see him getting a job.
I've come to the conclusion that Arteta is at this moment better than Ollie, Lampard, and Gerrard.
And they've all got jobs. He'll get a job.
He's not better than Gerrard. Oscar, turn it.
He's better than Gerrard. Stop it. I'm not even doing that one. I'm not doing that one. He's better than Gerrard.
No, please.
He's not better than Gerrard. Gerrard's won the league.
I don't care.
Oh,
guys, don't
do us a favor.
Don't do this, man.
Let's deep it. By the way, me saying he's better than Gerrard. But let me finish. Me saying he's better than Gerrard. No. But let me say. Me saying he's better than Gerrard is not me saying that Gerrard is great. They're dead.
Did you say he's better than Lampard? Did you say he's better than Lampard?
Yes, I did. On my chest, I'll say that again.
Hold on. First pause. This brother.
Go on, Oscar.
No, you're gonna go, David.
Go.
No. Peter just said that Gerrard's won the league, yeah, but Arteta's won the FA Cup and they're the same level, right? They're all a trophy, so that means Arteta.
We established the league is better than the FA Cup, though. We've already established that.
You just said, all right, go on, David.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing. I like how you try to look at the Sun newspaper over there. Look at the Sun newspaper over there. Look at that. The Sun newspaper right there. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, no, Oscar.
Lampard did get top of the transfer ban.
Lampard every club Lampard's been to, he has come in and kept it the exact same. There's no difference. Did you not see that thing about he went to Derby, got them six again, Everton 16th again? Were freaking Chelsea in the top four before?
Do you know what? Do you know what we call that? Do you know what we call that? Consistency.
Consistent ass.
Which Arteta is not.
I will take I don't. I hate them both. I don't think any of them are good. I think they're all given jobs they should not be given. With that being said, I think purely on a coaching thing, I do think Arteta's a better coach than them. That being said, he's just nonsense. He's a nonsense man who should not be in the job that he's got.
Guys,
I mean, listen,
guys, being a manager, being a manager doesn't just be coaching. It encompasses everything. Absolutely. You can't be lacking in one area and you're great in this one.
Okay, fantastic. Lampard chose all these men over Tomori. Lampard is the one who got rid of Tomori now.
He's the one that brought Tomori. He gave Tomori a career. Let's not do that.
Who sent him out?
To be fair, we wouldn't know who Tomori was if it wasn't.
You wouldn't know who Tomori was.
Who sent him out?
However, listen, we all agree. We all agree.
I don't care then.
We all agree. Forget Tomori. We all agree these lot are dross. The four
horrible. So I don't really give a toss.
Let's put them in the bin. Okay, let's put them in the bin, man. I'll turn it in. Look at this mug over here. He's got Jurgen Klopp, and he wants to come up here. And you've been a disciple
They're not the same. They're not the same level, though, are they?
Listen. Where is Judas? Because you've been a disciple all year. Why are you not sending? Why are you not giving away your silver? I don't understand. Why are you still backing this guy?
I've got 20. I've got 15 pieces left. No, look. For me,
get rid.
No, but I'll be real. I genuinely think if it may or may not happen for him at Arsenal, but I genuinely think over the course of the season, I've seen enough to say that, you know what, the guy is a decent to good coach when all the pieces are there, bro. I can't deny it.
No.
Everybody else was asleep, Adrian. Don't forget.
No.
Man United were asleep, and Tottenham. Guess what Tottenham is? Guess what Tottenham did?
Arsenal in 2022 for a long period of time were good, bro.
No, they weren't bad. They weren't bad. But what I'm saying is, don't get gassed.
I don't know.
Don't gas. Is
it
BW? Is it Botswana?
Uzbekistan? I don't know. Botswana? Something like that.
Hey, no, is it Botswana? Oh, this is poor for me. It's an African country.
This is your flag. This
is my home.
Bring it up. I can't see it. Bring it up. I can't see it. I'll tell you the flag.
Bring it up.
It's Botswana.
It's Botswana.
I think I knew that.
What's it called? Now, Joe caught me off though. Was obviously.
All I see is somebody saying SWB. What?
Huh? Yeah. You need to upgrade. You need to upgrade.
Uzi has returned.
2016 Uzi has
That's
returned.
his name. His name is 2016 Uzi has returned. Shout out to him, innit? All my friends are alive.
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie. No cap, yeah. I can't lie. The race on the avatar caught me off. Because if you just show me the flag, I'm telling you it's Botswana straight away. But the fact that I saw his avatar, I was like, raw, like, what? Is man African?
Wait, okay. Here's what Boss Lacando said. Lampard got top 4 with 66 points, 54 goals, 12 losses, blah, blah, blah. Stop making it an achievement. He was awful. Arteta didn't get top 4. He got more points than Lampard.
I don't rate him.
Lampard had a better squad though. He had a better team. But anyway, the point
it's not marginally. It was better than the top 10. But we'll move on.
Guys, it was.
Arteta is trash. Listen,
that was way better.
Listen, Pete. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Yeah, as I said, that Hornsey roundabout outside the thing. We're gonna keep going around it. Yeah. Vina needs to dip. Edu needs to dip because none of them know football. They don't know. They ain't got Scooby Doo. Arteta needs. We're paying the highest prices in thing. This fan base just goes with whatever wind. The wind's blowing this way. Look at him. We're making progress. The next minute, we're going this way. Unai out. Arteta out. Until this fan base wakes up and smells the coffee, bro, and it raises their standard.
Rapport. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know, but
we will not move forward. We'll just keep going round and round.
And also,
but do you know what epitomising it? Do you know what epitomising? Have you seen that? Have you seen the that Brazilian kid that we apparently got, the 19-year-old from? Did you see? Have you actually watched him?
No, I haven't seen anything.
He is about the same level, maybe, as a Mario Hutchinson in our under 23s. I watched the clips. He is booky as hell. But I will see they even put the comp. It was a horrendous comp, and then I saw all these big middle-ish like Arsenal Twitter accounts moving like we're signing some uncut gem. I said, you play for a top, like you're in the first division of Brazilian football, and you don't even look an ounce as good as what Martinelli looked like in the fourth division of Brazilian football.
So Martinelli was actually look good.
So they thought you're signing the next Neymar or something like that.
They were talking like we've uncut some kind of gem. He's in the top division of Brazil. He doesn't even look Brazilian. The way he's moving, it's so stiff and he just looks dead. Martinelli was playing in the fourth division at the same age and looked better. He was like a twig.
Though, like when you play like that Martinelli thing was a gamble. Maybe.
No, but the thing is, no, don't get me wrong. But at least he looked something.
Good,
this kid, this Brazilian one I'm looking at looks like he would struggle in our under 23s.
When it comes to those Brazilian signings, you got to find out Martinelli, like what's his upbringing? Did his parents have a good life? Was it favelas? Was it?
If the answer is yes, get rid right away.
Yeah, if he brought up wealthy, let him go, man. Let him go.
Suburban Brazilian kids.
If he's got that dog in him, like you can say that. Because
the thing is, you can always tell with the Brazilian kids, it's either they are mad tricky and you just see that they're gonna move mad on the pitch, or they are so roughneck with it. Like you see when Martinelli runs after the ball, he's moving like he's got he's chasing after his last paycheck. Like he's moving mental. I watched the clips. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's got some kind of hunger. I looked at this kid again. Granted, it's an asterisk because I'm only watching some clips here and there. He just looks like I'm kind of here. I'm kind of stocky. It's meh.
Do you know what? Yeah.
And people are guessing it.
Martinelli runs like he's chasing wild game, bro. That guy is funny, yeah. But also, I'll say this, yeah. Only Arsenal where everybody has to look at things perspective. Whereas when we talk about Liverpool, we all have the same opinion. When we talk about Man City, we have the same opinion. Man United, we all have the same opinion. But when it comes to Arsenal, there's always different facets.
What opinion is that?
We all think Man United are dross. There's no other. We don't think no one's conflicted. Whereas with Arsenal, there's always why are we never sure of what this picture is?
We were first accountants, now we're something else. I'm done. Next spend this. Then it's another.
Don't we have a warrant for someone?
This has been my desire.
Where is Mo? I need Mo Arsenal.
He can't show himself.
I gotta say, guys, you're not the only people looking for Mo. Mo is a wanted man.
There's a
Did you see his tweet? All throughout the internet.
I saw his tweet, and I said, "No, there's a warrant. There is a warrant."
I know, but the thing is, because I talk to Mo all the time, and it's like the amount of back and forths in like chats. It's just I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
I love him. He's right, guys. He's right. Everything he says is right. Stop.
In the summer, guys, I'm gonna buy a banging champagne. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a banging one. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Let it chill. Listen,
you see why it gets flamed.
It's expensive, right? I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and you know what? When the day the man is sacked, the poppage live on air that's gonna take place. I'm telling you right now.
But also with Abdi's point, this is why you get flamed, because every single time you say something dumb, you're the same one who's getting gassed over Leeds win when it's Leeds. Don't talk to me about Martinelli. He's a baller. He knows what it is. You want to be upset because Man United are arse? Hold that in it. Don't trap a player you don't understand.
But Martinelli's great, man. He's one of my favorite youngsters. They're giving him the treatment, the goals and assist treatment. They're like, yo, no open play goals in a while now for Martinelli. So.
It's fine, isn't it?
Peter, can you explain why he didn't start against Newcastle?
Ask that same question. Because me, I was confused. Newcastle, who I knew at home were going to be up for it. You played ESR, who's not the one you need to be playing for up for it games. You need the one who's going to be moving doggish. You started the wrong person.
All the games he did start.
Here's the other question. How come Ben White didn't start it on yesterday?
No, Ben White didn't play.
He was on the bench.
Yeah, he didn't kick a ball.
My assumption, he wasn't fit, and so they just said he wasn't fit, so he played him on Leicester. Because Arteta's an idiot.
Hey, this is a fact. You're gassing up Elanga and Hannibal. Yo, Man United got needy, you know.
Hannibal's a MMA fighter, man.
So he gasses up Elanga and Hannibal and has a cheat to come from Martinelli. It's as well.
Yeah, come on, man. Did I hurt your feelings? Low love facts or facts?
You literally just got bullied. You just got bullied again. The same person. You gas up Elanga. You gas up Hannibal. Two players whose best attribute I've seen gas like Twitter threads because Hannibal was getting stuck in. That's the best you could give me.
Big man thing. That's all I've ever seen him do.
Ever seen his hair and stuck in. That's it.
I saw the comp and I said, wait, Saka's twisting him up. Why are people posting this? And then he kicks him afterwards. I was like, oh yeah.
That's there you go. That's why.
Hey, listen, big up Abdi, man. Big up Abdi, man.
Arsenal just upset me for no reason. Bro.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, like this year I said, look, jump on the roller coaster. It's going to be a bumpy ride. You know, I've come off. Me and
Adrian are on. We're full steam ahead.
You lot go ahead, man. I'm off. And I'm just waiting. I jump back on when the sackage happens. That's when I will join.
No, all of them needs to go. I need all of them out, bro.
No, it's true. Because if it ain't him, you know, they'll get the next yes man.
Yeah.
You know the one. And like, you know, and his summer is got to be crucial. We need to sign like 10 players. Yeah.
If Basuma is not the first one, I'm done with this season. Bro.
We're linked with Tielemans, and every single time I see it, my heart hurts because we need PMP in our team, and we're going for this one who runs away from hard draws. I don't like it. It's annoying.
Good depth.
Right. Let's get away from it.
He's fit though, to be fair.
Let's get away from it.
I C1. That's true.
Away from it.
See one that's very.
Said the
Oh my
BLM Dan James.
No. When you strip it down, what's the difference? When you strip it
It's
down,
true. They just
There's nothing.
Dan James
nothing.
is better. Dan James has better.
Yeah,
running.
Dan James is better. Yeah, exactly.
Both of them are just both of them are just speedsters. The difference is one's black and one's white.
there's no
Right.
difference.
Listen, next,
Alanga's a little bit younger, so you but that's it.
where do you man predict Arsenal to finish next season?
Same spot. Maybe six. Actually six. Drop it down one.
Yeah,
Drop it down one.
I think it's sixth. I think it's sixth.
I need to see the window first because
Listen, you.
No, I'm just saying from
I
here.
need to see the window.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We'll come back to it. Don't get me wrong, we'll come back to it. But right now, I'm saying it from here. We're going to come back to it anyway. Obviously, it's going to be a different window.
Can I be real?
Arsenal will be seventh because of the Europa League next season. Facts.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Facts.
You
Don't
missed
play games
your
with me, guys.
opportunity, man. You missed your opportunity.
You're
Because I
telling
genuinely
me.
think
You're telling me.
if you had a fit squad this season, you'd have walked into the top four.
No,
There's
no,
enough
Arsenal
guys.
had
Exactly.
opportunities.
Exactly.
There's another opportunity
Amber.
next year, guys. Stop
Amber.
acting like we have seasons where 5 teams
Oscar.
perform great every year. It's never
Yeah,
happened.
but Oscar, have you seen?
Yeah,
Oscar's
obviously
fight-
there's twists and turns, but if we're
Oscar,
talking about just purely based on this, then yeah.
You know what Oscar has ignored, and I like that, right? It's typical when you're making a case. What you've ignored is when we finished 8th twice, were there 7 teams on fire? No.
Probably.
Exactly. We will finish 7th next season.
But there was a
Arsenal
reset.
are horrid, man.
Remember at the start of the season, my prediction was 5th, and at the start of this next season, it's now 7th.
Okay,
That's my prediction.
I'm not going to do my prediction because let's do it after the window. Yeah, apparently Taha's a weirdo because he keeps calling.
See, Abdi's obsessed to go. Look,
5 Premier
and I
League
bet.
goals.
Quick question, I always forget. Is Abdi one of the people who loves off Bruno Fernandes?
Not a Fred. Oh yeah, he backs Bruno. He doesn't
He said
love
Fred was
Bruno,
top. He didn't say Fred was top 10.
That tells you what you need to know about his opinion, man. Leave it alone. Let's move on to the next person.
Hey, Abdi. We love you, really.
Like, let's
Keep
stop
watching.
fighting.
Hey, stop fighting.
Hey, Leicester.
Well, no European football. Leicester, by the way, they snuck into like 8th place this season. I don't know how, but they've been plugging away, man. And big up James Maddison. He's had a cracking season when you consider all things. He's barely played games.
The
But
thing
he's
is,
up
I
there.
haven't even been concentrating on him like that. But no, he had a great.
He had a
second
good
half.
season.
I think he started.
No. Madison's had a good half season. Maybe it's just slightly over a half season.
Second half of the season.
And he's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Second half season's been brilliant. But that's not. He did start moving. He started poorly. Then he just kind of slowly ramped up.
He's a lad. Like when I was at the Chelsea game, he was giving banter to the fans. Like Chelsea
Yeah,
fans
he's
were
like Grealish. They're revived.
He was shouting it back.
He's a proper lad. Like, look up to Leicester anyway. And Harvey Barnes got like 10 assists this season. I think it was like in the top
Barnes,
3 or 4.
I rate him. I rate Barnes a lot.
And
It's so
Jamie
annoying.
Vardy-
His injury just messed things up before it held him.
Definitely did. And Jamie Vardy's got the best goals per minute. I think I've read somewhere. He's like top 3 goals per minute in the season. I was like, bloody hell, Jamie.
I'm so sorry. He sniffs a line before every game. Because the level of rapidness at his age is annoying.
You know what? It's amazing you said that because when I watched the highlights against Southampton, I said I want to know what Jamie Vardy's diet is because I need to be on that plan because he can't be going the way
it doesn't make sense.
He is going.
It doesn't make sense.
WKD and Skittles, bro.
No, guys, he was giving Southampton's defenders a rough time. Rough. It was not fun. But yeah, Oscar, that 10 o'clock's hit you hardcore, bro.
Do you know what? It has to. Abdi says again, man, them chatting ish on my I've been cussing Bruno. I said Fred is top 20. That you lot are trying so hard to get my name down. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. We gotta get
does he still believe it though? Has he come off that or not? You know what I'm saying? If Fred
he said, I think he still thinks Fred is top 20.
Relegation.
Yeah, let's go to
okay. Just a quick shout though to people like Brighton finishing 9th, Wolves have only
Potter, 10th. My guy, my manager. I like Potter.
Big up
Bruno Medium, large up Bruno Medium, man.
Hey, and also Eddie Howe. Newcastle finished top of the bottom. They finished 11th. Do you know how that is?
It's still finished. Exactly. That's so friggin' annoying. Honestly, it's so
they finished. Everyone said don't hate on Yuri, man.
I will hate until the cows come home. I didn't like him. I didn't like him before. I didn't know him at Antelope. So I'm gonna have that. Didn't like him at Monaco. Didn't like him. But it's first one, Leicester. Don't like him now. It's not gonna change.
The cows will come home faster than he will. To be fair,
he just gives me the ick. I don't like him as a footballer. I don't like it.
Interesting. I think he's technically good though. I think
technically, whatever. Yeah, a bag of man technically. Jack is technical. Don't like him either.
I mean, he's not technical though, is he? Really?
No, he is. Like, let's not know. The one thing Jack is technically.
I mean technique. Sorry, not technical, but technique. Tielemans has got technique, no?
I
mean, they've all got technique.
That's all he's got.
Relegation.
That was brilliant.
Relegation, people. Let's see. Madison, Fofana, Ndidi, Dewsbury Hall, Barnes, Daka, maybe a few more additions. Listen, Leicester can be serious next year. No doubt about it.
But there's a big but.
That's not surprising at all. They challenged for top 4 the past 2 seasons anyway.
Exactly. No, I wouldn't say they challenged for the top 4, but I think they'll be in the top 6, 7 conversation for sure.
Yeah, man.
No European football now, and then they go again. As long as they keep the players, by the way.
Wesley's back as well.
There's a lot of people, by the way, a lot of teams will be sniffing.
Fofana's got
Can I be real?
No, but who's the second? Who's the second centre back? Who's playing next to Fofana? Because isn't Evans like
Evans?
No, but like in the full season of football, but it's like isn't he like breaking down? Tarkowski is on the free. He seems like an Evansy type. Just sticking next to Fofana.
Apparently, Lampard's in for Tarkowski.
I mean, it's Everton, so it makes sense as well.
Yeah,
I don't get Tarkowski. Genuinely don't get it.
But do you know what? I think
than me.
I said with the Leicester thing as well. Like I think we do downplay their injuries. I think they've had like.
Yes, I said it. And what? Tell me we have Elneny and Jack all you want. So because we have those two bums, I have to like Tielemans.
No, real, like,
Pookie's better than Lacazette. I don't want Pookie either.
Ooh, well, how bad's Lacazette? Is he really?
He's horrible. He's a horrible striker.
Adrian,
I wish you saw Peter. I wish you saw Peter's face. Like he was smiling, and the anger just rushed to his face.
Adrian, Martinelli has more goals than Lacazette this season, and so does Eddie Nketiah.
Okay, fine.
And
by the way, Aubameyang's Arsenal goals are still more than Lacazette's this season.
Right. Okay.
I just want to let you know.
Thanks for the reminder. I think.
And I think Eddie started 8 Premier League games and matched him. No, did better than him. So that just tells you everything you need to know. 8 starts.
Nothing personal.
Hey, Lola. Tammy has more goals than all 3, and you turned your nose up at him in the summer. So
yes, sir.
They scoffed. Did they scoff at him?
They scoffed.
Not me.
And so you'd have been in top 4. You'd have been top 4 right now.
Yeah.
We would have been top 4 with literally any striker who can score more than 8 goals. It doesn't matter.
Chris Woodblood, man's in the top 4.
Man. Arsenal, man.
Nah, don't Arsenal. Arteta. Stop saying Arsenal. Don't say the club. Don't bring the whole club into disrepute.
Arteta.
Michael Arthur.
That's what my dad calls him. Arteta.
Is that the one?
Yeah. Hey, Lola is an icon. Nothing better than seeing her angry. When has she been angry? The way she emphasized horrible. I'm dead.
Right. Listen, guys. Relegation fodder. Burnley are gone. Burnley, Robinho, your team. Where's my man? What's my man's name, Oscar? What's the guy's name like that? Hancho, blood. Where's Hancho? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
what? He already came in crying.
Burnley, thank you for your service. I loved you to bits, but at the same time, the fact that Leeds is still here, I cannot forgive you. So for the fact that you needed to go, man. No, we don't. We don't need Leeds in the Premier League.
By the way, on Leeds, just very quickly.
We need Leeds, man. We need about Robin.
Oscar, did you know that Yorkshire is one of the biggest counties in England, right? Huge, right? Yeah. And when you think about the football teams that it produces, they heavily underperform in the English game. Oscar, where is the Yorkshires? Where are you? Where's all the Yorkshiremen? Nah, man. Oscar, Sheffield United, Wednesday.
They're all in the Championship.
They're doing other things. Peter, first of all, they're making tea every day. Yeah. What do you want from them? Why are you expecting them ballers? I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying, for a county that size, right? It's I think second to it's either second to like I think Lincolnshire is the other one. There's some large counties, right? Large
What's
Lincoln?
Lincolnshire's dirty. There's nothing. There's nothing.
But,
I know because I've lived there. There's nothing.
I look at the scope of Yorkshire, right?
It's big though.
It's huge, blood.
It
And
is
yet,
massive.
like, I can't see Leeds. You know, like Leeds are obviously now in the Premier League now, but man can't find a Sheffield team, whether it's Wednesday or United. I can't see. You know, you got Hull,
Huddersfield.
you got Huddersfield, you got Doncaster, Rotherham.
Hey,
York,
Huddersfield could be coming back up. Huddersfield could be coming back up.
Hey,
You know?
Rotherham have got a very good stadium for what league that they play in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all a bit
They've got a
mad,
very
like,
good stadium.
What? It's Hull Cumbria, yeah.
Hull.
I don't know where it is. It's Hull, innit?
Hull's Yorkshire.
Hull's what, bottom of Yorkshire, right?
I think
Yeah,
it's the
no,
east.
it's just the
East
top,
Yorkshire.
northeast.
Okay.
Did any of you guys care that Burnley have gone down?
Yes, because I my enemies. I don't like Burnley with my whole chest. I hate them.
To be fair, my first choice was obviously Everton, but they were safe. So my next choice was Burnley.
Literally, it was literally that. Everton were like my number one to get relegated, and then United and Chelsea decided to be fools, and so they're here. So after them,
she says United.
After them,
she says United.
After them,
yeah.
Talk about your own team.
Oscar, did you beat Everton this? Wait. Did you beat Everton this season?
Why is it shouting? Nobody did.
Did you beat Everton this season?
Nobody did not.
Koch.
You went to Goodison and held 3.
2.
No, didn't. It was 2 actually. If you're gonna attack, if you're gonna attack, be factually correct.
With facts. How many goals did you score against Everton this season? How many goals did you score against Everton this season?
It's funny. Anyway, the point is Everton stayed up. So my next one was obviously Burnley. Burnley went down. Obviously, previously I didn't want Watford to go down, but I've held my agenda since AFCON, so I've kept it. So I wanted them to get relegated as well. So I was fine with the relegation.
Hey, Emmanuel Dennis, his form fell off as well.
Exactly. Ancestors said no. The ancestors came for him. It's what it deserves.
His form fell off a cliff.
I don't blame Watford, but boy, it is what it is.
Roy Hodgson, though, I'm so sorry. Just taking it back though. Roy Hodgson against Palace made me laugh. He was clapped off by the Palace fans. He didn't even wave. He didn't wave the Watford fans. He was like, "I'm a Palace and I don't care."
It's too far. He said the fact that the Watford fans were too far.
No,
He's
guys,
old. No one came back.
I think that's Hall of Fame worthy. That is absolutely no. That is vile. Those group of
you know,
thin.
You know when you're out, have you ever been around old people, like people late 80s? Yeah, they just fart whenever. They don't care about decency. They do what they don't care.
They're a bit racist as well.
I've lived. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna beat me? No, it doesn't matter. Like I've lived.
He's retiring now, so it's fine. He's finally actually retiring.
He's front line in the war.
You say that, yeah. You say that, but football fans would. I don't trust a football fan for love nor money. They would deck Roy Hodgson. I'm not gonna lie. You can't really hate. For example, the way that people have been running on the pitch lately, by the way, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like what's with the sudden pitch invasions? Like 1 or 2.
Yeah, what is this?
I've seen like 7.
That's brilliant. All of them are justified.
What I'm asking, yeah. Hold on. Have I like blanked out the last few seasons? Have this been happening in the last few seasons? Like, I don't remember them.
This is very recently.
It hasn't always been
like 1 or 2. Like 1 or 2. If you get promoted or you won like the league, fair enough. Blah blah blah. But I'm seeing like in semi-finals. Like remember when Frankfurt ran on the pitch in the semi-final, they didn't win the thing yet. I'm seeing.
Running on the pitch is stupid.
Everton.
I don't get it. Dumb and stupid.
I love it, but I feel like, come on, guys, like it shouldn't be.
What it is, yeah. It's always happened, but it's only happened when you got promoted.
Yeah.
It's never happened at Wembley, or you've become champions. That's it.
You survive relegation.
Your last
who survived last season? Who survived last season?
On the last day.
There's only 10,000 fans. There's only 10,000 fans. By the way, all the relegation was done.
But even before, I don't remember this.
It was in the championship because remember it was Derby. It was Derby that survived. Remember, Derby survived and they all ran on the pitch because they survived relegation.
Yeah. I remember a few times West Brom staying up and people obviously came in with
Kieran Richardson.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's exactly the image I've got.
Jeff Horsfield, Trevor Richardson, all that. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's
Come
like
on, guys, it's a beautiful game. Why are you guys complaining?
No, but it's because you've got knobheads that start hitting players and managers.
Yeah, you can't be hitting players and managers.
Do you know the real reason why it's a criminal offence to walk on the pitch? It's because of that. You know, like in the 70s, we used to have fences in English football.
My man said,
Bring them back. Bring them back.
No,
bring them back because do you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, obviously you can't. But you get what I mean? Like what I'm saying is like it's a further extension of the whole like when Jack Grealish got punched in the back of his head because a fan ran onto the pitch. Like then you've got like this man trying to move to, like a hard man against Vieira. He's an idiot. Because Vieira's obviously going to beat you up. That made no sense. You got Olsen getting attacked. Like, there's too many of these happening in a row. The Forest manager is moving mad.
On the Vieira one, did you know that the police gave opportunity for the guys that hit him, that Vieira kicked, to give a statement and prosecute him? Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, criminal.
No, but then also,
oh my God.
Also, I need to know, bro. Crystal Palace, bro. You're in the Premier League, yeah? Where was club security, blood? Where you at, bro?
Why you say that, David? Yeah, check this. No. When Aston Villa went to Goodison earlier this season, Gerrard walked across the whole length of the pitch unscathed, giving it to the Everton fans as well.
No, please,
unscathed.
No, in that I'm talking in that situation.
What for that? As in the whole last day at home and whatever.
The Everton one, because obviously you knew what was happening. You need to be on the ball because that could have gone left, bruv, and everyone's looking like, bruv.
But the thing is, but not every club has club security though. Not every club has.
Why not?
Because the only reason, do you know the only reason Arsenal had it? Do you know the only reason why Arsenal got it? Do you remember when Wenger would walk outside, like their man was on site. It's the reason why why Arsenal's one came in the first place. And they just thought, look, we might as well keep him here now that we got him.
And to have security of 22 players, like to make sure they're all in safely.
No, it's not. Like for example, you saw like for City yesterday, but them man, because just be prepared for it, but like have close.
They brought in police. They brought police inside the stadium.
No. Pete, that's they cordoned off the thing. They didn't go get the players. There was actually security to go grab the man in the suit to go grab the players because there was no way.
But I think so. Only the elite clubs that have the budget can actually afford to do that. It costs a fortune.
Yeah.
Because we even saw it on when the Etihad, when City won. Club security grabbed the players and they went in quickly, and surrounded.
The question we're not asking is why are Everton still acting like we're in COVID 2020? Why?
Yeah.
Let them go back to the tunnel where they were before. You know them ones. The man are still sending Palace to the car park. You know what I'm saying? Is this July 2020? Where are we?
You know, this is why I should have got relegated. Useless club.
Should go down.
Anyway, no, you're so right.
In that situation, Everton should have just said, you know what, I like that.
Yeah. Also, quickly on Everton player though, Dele Alli's fall off has been freaking amazing, by the way.
Loving
it has been a peach.
Listen, me, I don't have hate in my hat like that, bro.
I have hate. I don't like him.
The fact that they paid, did you know they paid 40 million quid for
40.
Why have they not learned from the mistakes, Everton Football Club? Huh? In a pandemic, they spent 40 million on Dele Alli. You deserve to go down. We shouldn't be having this conversation.
I hate Everton.
They're bums. You know what? They're bums. They're absolute bums. That's what
bummy club.
Do you guys think Rafinha is staying at Leeds?
No chance.
No. I see a Barcelona coming in for him easily.
No, but I think the issue is easily though, because I think they would have swiped him up instantly if they got relegated.
If they got relegated, he would have been gone. That's another reason, because there's a couple people in Leeds that you would take.
Yeah, I mean,
and Rafinha is one of them.
Rafinha is definitely one of them.
I take Rafinha in a heartbeat.
In a shot.
Instantly.
Absolute shot. But
he's another one that grew up in the rough areas. You know what I mean? You can just tell.
You can tell, man.
Oscar, what was Kennedy doing on the pitch for Chelsea yesterday?
How has Kennedy been, man? I saw him. I was like, he's still alive.
Sorry, we're just talking about Brazilians.
So obviously,
He's not from the trenches, clearly.
Obviously, Chilwell got injured. Chelsea needed to sign a left back as replacement in January. We didn't sign a left back. We brought back Kennedy, and he didn't play a game until the last game of the season where he got an assist. Don't even talk about my club. I'm so furious.
He's probably one of your longest serving players.
Garbage team, man.
Longest serving player.
What happened to Matej and Delac? Hey, Oscar, what's Delac these days?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You just sound so done with the season with Chelsea.
What's there to discuss? Like, we're finished.
I saw a comment earlier. Is Bakayoko actually coming back?
He's a Chelsea player.
He's a league winner.
He's contracted to the club.
Serie A title. He's got championship medal.
Well, that's Scudetto there.
Won the league next to Tomori. Oh, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it all, man. I'm sick of it all. SW6 said no. The Everton 3-2 goal wasn't warranted at all. And Lola, I was done when we lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League. I was done with the season. Like Chelsea,
that's fair.
Get in the bin. But that's why I didn't mind when Lampard beat us and Everton won, because who cares?
It's just a frigging farce, man. Everton can't buy a win for love nor money, and a certain man was just handing them victories.
Yeah, I was miffed that Uncle Pat there. He kind of fumbled the bag there still.
Listen, the league is over. The league is over.
It's done, people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's done.
I'm so glad to see the back of this league. And guess what, guys? If you think I was frustrated, this year, next year I'm going to be even more frustrated because the league season is absolute garbage. Yeah, we're starting in August. We're taking a break in November to have a Winter World Cup. I'm furious, guys. I'm
oh gosh.
Fuming. And then we're going to come back. We're going to try to come back to the league now after a World Cup is taking place.
In the summer, we get a football reprieve in the summer, and we get Love Island. So I think that's a win.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Bring back Love Island, man. If you see me,
but no, Love Island and World Cup is what you want. You want Love Island and World Cup. You don't want it separate.
2018.
Remember when England beat Colombia on penalties and they delayed Love Island for after the game? ITV. Whoever made that executive decision. We're a legend.
Love Island is a dead thing, guys. Yeah,
but the timeline is extreme comedy.
Yeah, we all agree. The show is meaty.
It's not about the show. It's about the timeline comedy.
It's about the
timeline comedy.
Peter, Arsenal's performance this season meaty, but when we talk about it here,
it's the commentary that's what gives it the slice.
You two gal like this man, this guy there with the guy. A man was telling me that Ben White looks like a Love Island.
He does. He looks like Hugo from Love Island. He literally does.
100%, man.
I called him Hugo for a good half of the season purely because I didn't like him. But he looked like a guy called Hugo from Long Island.
By the way, have you heard as well?
The World Cup is Ben.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's my comment on the World Cup. Here's my thing on the World Cup situation, right? Yes, Qatar winning it and Russia back to back, by the way, bent as a £9 note. However, if the World Cup is every it has to be represented in every continent, for example, at least once, right? And playing in the summer is outrageous in Qatar. I'm not angry about it playing in the winter. I'm not mad about that. They have to accommodate. We just have to accommodate to it. I'd rather see a World Cup happen, and
imagine putting box park in a puffer jacket for the World Cup.
That's the comment of the day. That is the comment of the day. That's it. Imagine wearing box park in a puffer jacket for the World Cup. That's dead, man. Listen, it is what it is. Euro 2028 could be happening in England. The UK and Ireland.
I hope not.
How old will we all be then? To be fair, 6 years.
Yeah,
I hope not. We don't
you think we're getting that? Hey, Pete, you think we're getting that after the shenanigans from?
No, I think we'll get it. No, but I think it's either us. I think it's us versus Turkey.
Look at Ernest. He said the World Cup shouldn't be played in every continent.
World Cup
shouldn't.
I
said only Europe.
What? So what? Are we gonna say what? Oceania World Cup. World Cup.
We gotta go back to Australia. We gotta go back to Asia though.
World Cup. World Cup's in Asia.
Listen, it's the world.
World Cup 2002 is the best World Cup. Let's not
really.
As in like location wise, aesthetic wise.
Nah, 2006
Nah.
was
Nah, 2002 was.
France 98, man. France 98, man.
France,
Lit,
I
man.
was too young for that to enjoy
Fair
the
enough.
World
aesthetics.
Cup.
I
By the way,
was-
I'm not talking about the games inside. I'm talking about
No.
the theme of the whole theme of the World
What,
Cup.
Japan and South Korea, Oscar?
That was
Korea.
the best one. Are you guys being serious?
Yeah, Oscar.
That was elite.
I
bro.
can't lie.
Look at
World
the
Cups in
stadiums.
Europe are the ones that are bang the most because
No,
the
they
ones in
don't. They're
Germany.
the worst. Are you guys telling me the German
Now,
World
Oscar-
Cup was good?
Oscar,
Germany
it was-
06
it was-
is the
No, I'm
worst.
just saying time zone wise.
Oh,
Nah,
but that's what makes it better, though.
Nah, Oscar, I'm not trying to have another, you know what I'm saying, another one in Brazil. Or
I
South
remember I
Africa.
watched
South
USA
Africa World
versus
Cup was
Portugal at like
South
10 p.m.
Africa
I was like,
World
this is
Cup.
lit.
The South Africa World Cup was dross. Shout out to the South Africans, but that was a dross
Baraka
one.
says 2002 World Cup was criminal. I don't understand why people were complaining about that. Do you remember when Beckham scored that goal against Argentina in the indoor stadium?
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
Come on,
dun.
man. You
I
know,
get you, but
You
come on,
know,
Oscar.
it
It didn't even feel real. Like I see man like Ireland. I see it for real.
Island packed in Spain. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
But what did Roy Keane say?
Matt Holland, man.
He went to
Roy
those
Keane is a
facilities.
bozo.
No, he went to those facilities. He said, "What the hell is this?
What
Hang
is
on a minute.
this?
I'm a premier, thoroughbred, top tier athlete, and you've brought me to friggin' Alton Towers. Give me him first in the home."
Get me out of it.
He said, "I'd rather."
Is that why he left?
Yeah. He literally left.
That
He
man's
said
a
this ain't
loser.
proper. He said
That
this ain't
man's a
proper.
loser. Matt Holland has done more for Ireland than he ever could. Get out of it.
Listen,
Well, that's
he
not
just
true.
won. He won the treble 3 years before. You know, I'll
And
tell
by the way,
What's-
Ernest,
what's-
I'm having that in the Seychelles. By the way, I'm having that. Like, yeah, big up listen, the USA, Mexico, Canada thing. I will be in one of those countries. My money. I'm saving my money now.
Yeah, that's live. That's live.
I'm saving my money now.
Up down.
those are
I don't have
those
as
are
much
three
desire
dangerous
for the
countries,
World
you know?
Cup, you know. I just
Now,
don't.
an American World Cup must be like in terms
Yeah,
of
it's
the
gonna be
Americans.
live.
It's gonna be
be live.
lit because they make a big deal of these things. They
Oh
take
my gosh,
it like
soccer.
on another level.
Yeah.
Nah, man, they take it on another level still.
And
They
the
take it on another
Mexicans.
level.
And the
And the
Mexicans. It'll be
Mexicans.
lit.
What?
The
Cancun?
Mexico.
I'm saying Tulum, and then I head over to the right night joys. You won't find me dead in friggin' Mexico.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, you might do if you
Come on,
get
guys.
to-
Yeah, if I cross over, I better know Eddie Guerrero's family because there's no chance in hell am I going down there on my ones. You must be thinking. What do you mean? I'm asking for to roll with the gangs. I'm not trying to walk. Like what did Kano say? Out there, man, the linking chicks that's slipping. Are you dumb? Are you not find me in Mexico without at least a Mexican
come on, man.
attached? I need one attached, bro,
It's
on
all right, man,
site.
it's all right.
You got to offer me
Yeah.
all the tacos in the world. It's a strong no, man.
Nah, Joe, by the way, tacos are amazing. They were
I know, but
amazing.
so is life, bro, man.
Top 10 food all the time.
Listen,
That's different.
AD, bro, you know, yeah. Listen, I like me some Las Iguanas. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, I am Mexican. I am knee deep in Mexican food. Yeah, Chipotle knows my name. Let me just tell you that right now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's a fact.
I am knee deep in the Mex. But anyway, what's it called? Yeah,
Shall we do
guys,
some awards?
The season is done.
Next week,
We're
man.
finished. Yeah, no, we'll do the end of season awards for next week. So what we'll do this week, just very quickly, goal of the week. Let's run that real quick. Goal of the week, guys.
Son.
Antonio. And Antonio. That
Son's
West Ham goal.
second goal was sensational. Antonio's goal was amazing too. I can't lie. They're both classic.
I'm going to be
Antonio's
biased.
goal.
Martin Odegaard still. I'm going to be biased.
Nobody saw that.
Oh, come on.
Do you know what it is? That's not biased. The Odegaard one was really good. I think Son's was better, but the Odegaard goal was actually very good.
Honestly,
I'll go, Son.
Odegaard's one was like playing golf, yeah, and he's just hitting the ball 2 yards from the hole. He's not got 1 ounce of strength in his foot whatsoever. Everything is
Placement.
slide.
It's all about placement. It's all about placement.
It's like playing snooker. What the heck is going on
Yeah,
here?
man, that's one Arteta got right, isn't it? Right? But
But the second one, yeah, I think Son's goal was
Son's was good, but I can't give it to him. Kulusevski's one was good.
crazy. Did you see Kulusevski when he could have given the ball to Son and he just tried to shoot and he missed.
Yeah, I did see that.
Stinker.
I did see. I saw Benton Cord even tried flop one of the. I think the first goal. He did it all he could to flop that first
Oh
goal.
yeah, Lola, you talking about placement? How about Rodri's goal?
Oh, the Rodri one was a peach as well, though.
Fucking placement in a high pressure situation. Come on.
That's true. The importance of it as well. Well, technically, you can end up saying that, but then you can say Gundogan's goal then because of importance to that. But then no, it's just.
This award ain't about importance, man. I'm sorry.
I think you know what was it? Pedro Neto's goal was aesthetically pleasing. I don't know what it was, but the break, the bend, and then the tap in, I just felt like it looked nice. You know that one. It looked nice. That's what I'll say.
I'm with it. I'm going Sonder.
I'm going Antonio.
Speaking of, while we're on goal of the week,
I'm going Rodri still.
Okay.
Whoa, a little bit gap.
What?
Who you got goal of the week?
Antonio, bro.
Yeah. So Antonio won.
Lola.
I'll go with the black guy.
Yeah, man. Big up Antonio. The black guy. Sorry, Ross Barkley. Congratulations. Goal of the week.
Nigel's finest.
No. Big up Antonio. It's an absolute rocket, man. I don't know how he hit it like that. But while we're on goal of the week, I thought I would just mention Golden Boot, Salah, Son split the trophy this year. Both 23 goals. Both. Salah with an amazing.
We can't get anything, can we?
Son Udo, you see the pictures of Salah with the trophy?
He looked distraught.
He looks upset.
They interviewed him. Yeah, they said, "Congratulations on winning the Golden Boot." And he said, "Alhamdulillah, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ."
Oh my god!
Pick up Mo Salah, man. Flipping it.
Mo Salah running down.
Oh gosh, but he got the assist one to himself, no? Because I was laughing because I saw Alisson and Ederson have to share theirs as well. So Salah got his one. There's the playmaker.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to him, man. The playmaker and top goal scorer. That's a big thing. Like, not many people are getting that.
Son's one's more impressive though because that's no pens.
Still not the Thierry Henry heights of it all, but respect.
But still good.
Yeah, so not everyone can be. No one can be Thierry Henry. Let's be fair.
But it's like, don't set your nation up like that. Don't set your nation up like that.
That's it. Whoa.
Yeah. Don't set your nation up like that. Don't set yourself up.
I met the Jamaican national goalkeeper at a wedding last year. Top guy.
The random insertion.
What Donovan Ricketts?
No. He's not the main one. It's Dylan Barnes. He's like.
So he's a keeper. Hey, Peter, you know that?
PPR, top guy, man.
Peter, you know that Omari got called up to the Jamaican team? From my under 23s, Amari Hudson got called up to the Jamaican national team.
To the Marion, I think he's always taking him.
Amari, Amari.
Amari.
Amari, I was like, look at that.
That was taking a while, but boy.
But deep it though. Arsenal, just like on a random segue, Arsenal have a lot of our under 23s who are like senior capped. Like we've got our keepers as Stadium's number one. You've got freaking Flores is called up to the Mexican men's team. You got obviously now Omari is with the Jamaican men's team, and you've got Rekik is with the Tunisian one. It's like we've got the Irish centre back as well. It's like fair enough. All under 23s.
Rekik big fan.
Tunisia, yeah.
Arsenal's big fan.
Yeah.
Wait, his brother plays for Holland, no?
Yeah, I think they're both born in Holland. I doubt it because I don't think his brother is both that good.
Yeah, to be fair, Karim ain't really good. Yeah, but hey ho.
Boss like Ender said, can't wait to go yard this summer. Swear down. Boss like Ender has a passport. That's crazy. Show proof for it never happened. Show proof for it never happened. Boss like Ender says, Lola, how does it feel? You've got 48-year-old uncles who say they're 26.
And then they'll still be winning something over your young boys. So it doesn't even matter. 48, 58, doesn't matter. We still got there.
Nah. Having Ronaldo finishing 7th is a stinker. Wait, 6th or 7th? 6th.
Six.
Oh yeah, do you remember when they were the 6th guys? Remember that?
In his life.
Do you remember the 6th guys? Do you remember when Man United for the 6th, but everyone was calling them 6th guys? They're back.
Oh my god, they are back indeed. Okay, team of the week, guys. Oh no, player of the week. Player of the week.
I've got player of the week is only one, and it goes to the brand new director of Paris Saint-Germain, Kylian Mbappe, for scoring. world football. The biggest bag ever. He
Hey,
played Madrid like a fool. And I just
Ro-
had to
Robin,
clap. I said,
Robin, do you know
one
what's
mil a
better?
week.
But do you know what adds a little extra to it? All of
Why?
this for a 2-year extension. 2025 when his contract ends again. Is it free?
Yeah,
Even still, not even a long-term contract for all of that. He finessed everyone. I love it.
1 mil a week, has a say on the directors, has a say on the players, has a say on the manager.
How do you buy him?
Project Mbappe, guys. Project Mbappe is the best project in the world.
I'll be honest. If I was French or I lived in France, yeah, I put the towel in, because what am I seeing before my very eyes in the world of French football? You know, French football has been a laugh for so long, right? And now we have this. This is what actually
Dude, they had Macron on it. They had everyone and their country saying Mbappe must stay.
Involved.
I cannot believe it. I cannot. I genuinely cannot believe it.
And it's not even a long-term contract, which makes it so much better. It's just like, wow.
Guys, it's a friggin' farce, man. It's an absolute farce.
Mbappe's looking out for his future generations.
He is, man. He's like, I could bring it tomorrow and I'm secure.
What
What was his
Do you know that the amount he's getting is monumentally mental?
1 million a week plus 100 million signing on fee.
Bro, he's set to the year 3000 like bastards.
Wait,
He's-
what's it? AD. He's already a PSG player, and they gave him a signing on bonus, right?
A sign-on bonus
of 100 million, and he makes. Did you say he makes $1 million a week? Did you say
$1
$1 million
mil a week?
a week?
£2 million a year,
guys. Listen, for the French economy, you know what? If I was French, I'm leaving that country. I have to leave the country because you know what? No, because seriously, it's going to affect everyone's daily living. Yeah, that wage, that daily living wage, the cost of living in France has just shot up. In Paris, it's a farce. If you think PSG is paying all that money, every taxpayer that is located in Paris, you're in for it. You're in for it. Get up and move. Get up and move, bro. What is that? I said to you last week.
Why does a player have a say on the director, on the players, the manager?
Desperation.
Oscar, did you hear what Robin just said? Did you hear that? Right?
I don't know how much of this is true, though. I think it's all gas Twitter.
I mean,
talk,
I hope to the heavens. I hope it's true.
Do you know what's the funniest thing? The funniest thing is that La Liga tried to get mad at PSG for signing on a player that they own. La Liga's a farce.
I feel like I'll be fuming too.
Hang on, La Liga is trying to take this frigging guy to court. La Liga. Nah, guys.
Did you see Benzema's tweets?
Football is been bent over so much. It's a frigging farce. The guy said he's got a say on the manager and players. The manager and players. Guys, what are we? Where are we living? I told you, man, football is bent, and and months later, it's proving true.
No,
okay,
I'm here. I've seen the light. I argued about signing on bonus last week, right? And I said how much of a friggin' farce that was. This guy already plays for PSG, and he's been given 100 million. Piss off. Oh my god, football is so bad. Like we've got no integrity because we watch it still. We're gonna watch it again and lap it up in the French league because we've got no integrity whatsoever. What the fuck am I watching?
All day, every day.
What the hell am I watching? PSG, I hope you rot in hell. I hope PSG rot and burn to the ground, man. They need to burn. That needs to burn.
I said rot in hell.
Hey man, don't worry about it.
They're
still on the biggest club in France, man.
See, like when everybody dies, isn't it? Yeah, and like God's on a thing of like judgment day. Everyone's getting judged, right? PSG needs to be judged. They need to come forward together, not single. All of them need to go together, and God has to deal with them accordingly. Because it's a freaking farce what we're seeing.
But this is why I told you Marseille are the biggest club in France. Anyway, there's a reason for that. So.
They loaned him for 200 million to begin with. You know that. That's how this started. They started loaning him for 200 million. No wonder why he's on $1 million a week. No wonder why he can decide who the manager The transfer, he's not the chief of scout. He's not the freaking director. He doesn't own shares at the club. No, guys, this is the most disgraceful football club, the most disgracefully run football club. Is the guy even 25 yet? He's barely dropped. His balls have barely dropped, for goodness sake, and he's there running the football club. I can't believe this.
Give the money to the jugadors, man. I'm happy with it. I'm happy for him.
Football is so bent. Oh my god!
Man. Let me eat, man. Let me eat.
Collect the bag, innit?
I wish we had our show.
got the bag.
This story would be another level.
What show?
The football is bent show. It needs to begin. It needs to begin.
Man. That would do numbers, man.
That being said, my player of the week is Gunnar. My player of the week.
Yeah, man. Gunnar player of the week.
That's true.
He won the league,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
The league.
Yeah.
He done his thing.
And team of the week.
Man.
Is Manchester City. Manchester City.
Nah.
They won the league. On the day when it mattered, they won the league.
Team of the week is Leeds United. Forget Man City.
Nah, Man City.
City.
Okay, you guys value going 2-0 down.
Oscar, if Burnley won their game at home against Newcastle, Leeds would have gone down. You wouldn't be saying team of the week then. The reason why they're still here is because Burnley lost as well.
If my aunt had what's
the Italian chef on
Chino de Campo, man.
If my aunt had a wheel,
I have wheels, give you a bike.
I'd die.
Man, I talk about ifs. They scored in the last minute. Come on, man.
Fantastic. I'm still saying City.
Gerard Hope.
Still City.
I'm still saying City. Still City.
It's Man City.
And do you know what annoyed me so much about it? Every single time I watch it, yeah, because I saw it happen yesterday. I watched the highlights. I've seen it on the news. I've seen it on Twitter. The fact that İlkay Gundogan scores the winner to win them the league, and the Man City players all run in different directions. What the hell is going on? They should all run
Pandemonium, baby.
No, you have
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. They can't contain themselves. They don't know what to do.
You just got to go. You just got to go.
I understand it.
Everyone has to go to Gundogan. They have to.
Everyone has to run to Gundogan, and then they all the players are in one place.
They have to give him a 10th. They have to give him a 10th.
It's the same thing. When Chelsea won the league in 2017, Batshuayi scores. He runs away from the Chelsea fans. He runs in the opposite direction. Half the Chelsea players go to the fans. Half of them go to him. I'm like, why are you discombobulating the celebration?
Yeah,
because confusion.
Yeah, that's.
Man, you guys, these guys don't understand TV, man. You gotta work the cameras, man.
The spots.
You gotta get the moments. You see Aguero taking off his shirt. But to be fair, you got to give Sky Sports. Sky Sports got to get the credit for the Aguero moment because he runs away with the shirt. You got Joe Hart running around. You got Mancini with Jaya Toure.
By the way, when Coutinho scored, we didn't say that. Actually, no, we'll get early showers. Let's get onto it. Early showers, right?
There's only one.
We are
early showers, very quick.
Oscar, is
it when Coutinho scored?
It's when Coutinho
scored.
Martin Tyler gets in the bin.
Who gave the assist for Coutinho's goal? By the way, just out of curiosity,
was it?
I don't know.
Watkins, no?
Was it Watkins?
Let's just say it was.
Let's just say it
was Ollie Watkins. Do you know what Martin Tyler said? Do you know who Martin Tyler said it was when he?
Do you guys know what Martin Tyler said?
Yeah. Does anybody know?
Oh yeah, I do. No, hold on. Don't tell me. It was a Man City player, no?
No. It wasn't even a player that was in the pitch on that pitch that day.
Oh,
he wasn't even in Manchester.
No,
he wasn't even in Manchester that day.
So the ball comes to Ollie Watkins and he says, and it's Son Heung-min. What?
Yeah.
What? Son Heung-min. Go watch it. Go watch it back. He says Son Heung-min. And Coutinho's through. And Coutinho scores. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Son.
And Neville's not pulled him up. No one's pulled him up. I'm screaming at them.
So they're clearly watching the bag of games then.
Yeah, they're watching. They had, the local Sky go there on the other screen.
My early showers. My early showers was very simple. And Ralph Rangnick said it best. Crystal Palace got the ball, but it was us that assisted him. When I said Bruno Fernandes,
Bruno Fernandes is a giveaway. Oscar, he had a bet on. No, Robin, he had a bet on. There were so many bet things in football this weekend.
There were so many bets.
That was one of them.
But you know what he said? But you know what it is though? I can 100% believe that he did it. It wasn't a bet because Bruno does that every game.
He's that bad. He's that bad.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, no,
man.
you
That
need to
pass
come
was
off the
a pass.
pitch immediately.
That pass was a pass.
Oh,
I mean,
Pete, apparently, Bostakendo was saying that he was reporting the Spurs game.
What do you mean? No, he wasn't.
Like
The
apparently,
ball
Son-
came.
no.
the ball
Apparently,
came.
he was saying like, you know how sometimes he'll be like, oh, and Spurs
Oh,
are just taking the
no.
lead there.
Do you know what happened?
And
Do you
then
know
he
what
carries on.
happened? Yeah. What happened? As Aston Villa scored the second goal, they're showing the replay of Tottenham's goal. I remember it specifically because they cut to it.
Okay.
Turn it in. Turn
No,
it
I'm
in.
being
Fair enough.
serious, bro.
No, I'm getting the receipt. I'm
Not
getting
that guy.
the
Not that
receipt.
guy this week is Peter for that horrible.
No. I'm
Oh,
just saying
turn
what
it in.
happened.
Bro.
I'm just saying what happened because Aston Villa scored whilst they're showing a replay of
No, because the pictures are there to be seen. The ball comes in and he says Heung-min Son and it's Coutinho and he scores. He literally said that. Oh, you guys are getting me angry.
I know.
I was watching I was watching both games, bruv.
Yeah, fair enough.
I literally,
But
Nah,
yeah,
literally,
early
we
showers.
may have got this one wrong, man. We just gotta eat that. You gotta
But
wait.
yeah, early
I'm
showers goes to Bruno. For me, my final early showers this season goes to Bruno Fernandes because that was inexplicable for that.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Finally, who's not that guy?
Who is not that guy?
Shout out to the first of all.
Nah, guys, wait. No, not having it. Not having it. Oscar, have a listen.
There's Son Heung-min. Here's Coutinho.
Thank you very much. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Nah, you had a stinker.
And the thing is, that's the footage of it.
Hey, don't
We go
show us the
straight from
footage.
the next.
Hey,
Huh?
we don't have the license, bro.
It's got Bostakendo said, Peter, it's not hard to understand. Sky's cut to the Spurs game, then the ball fell to Coutinho. Oh my goodness.
I am watching.
Bro,
I show the thing.
Yeah, but when
It showed play.
on the live coverage, bro, that's what I saw, bro. Anyway,
goodness me.
He can have his early showers. Man can have his early showers.
He said, man's using YouTube highlights. Watch the coverage, right?
I'm so sorry. The Sky coverage on YouTube or the Sky coverage on TV? I don't know what the difference is.
I think what he's saying is that they were cutting back and forth between games.
Man,
they're
like
showing the highlights on Sky, they're not showing that part.
No, it's early showers though.
Taha, you're a legend. I don't know what people are watching.
It don't matter. But
not that guy this week. I don't know. Who
we can
got,
give
man?
it to yeah. He's actually not that guy because he's in jail, but yeah, you can get whoever the guy who headbutted Billy Sharp. You can hold that. You're not that guy. You're in jail. Enjoy it. I don't know his name, bruv. 24 weeks for assaulting Billy Sharp.
Oh, that done.
Yeah.
Already 24 weeks. Good grief.
Bruv, evidence was right there, bruv.
Yeah, to be fair, there's no case, is there?
Caught red-handed, bruv. Them Panameras are on him, bruv. Quickly, bruv. They found him quick. So, who else? Have we had a stinker? Obviously, Arsenal losing 2 games. Tottenham.
I think not that guy. A big one is Burnley in general, man. Sacking Sean Dyche and then end up going down. I think that needs to be. It's a big one.
See, I don't know. You know.
That's why I'm dressed in burgundy for Burnley's funeral, man. Get them brothers out of the league, man.
I don't know. Man. I mean, I guess you could. I guess you could.
Them White Lives Matter dons. Get out of it, man. Get out of it. I can't be asked to debate this anymore, to be honest. Yeah, fair enough, man. We've done it.
But yeah, we can give it to Burnley. Burnley.
We can give it to Real Madrid. We can give it to La Liga, Real Madrid.
La Liga even
trying to sue another country.
By the way, La Liga, how many years were they with the Galacticos buying players and doing whatever? Like,
yeah, that's why they're mad. That's why they are mad, because they didn't get the player that they wanted. So they want to sue them instead.
Mind you, La Liga is so bent because when we bought Thomas Partey, we bought him off La Liga, not even off Atletico. That's why Atletico were furious. They were like, "What are you doing, giving our player away under our terms?" You know what I'm saying? We didn't even talk.
How does that even happen?
You know what I'm saying? We paid
So
La Liga.
is such a weird thing. You have to pay La Liga to get the player.
How?
Fast.
Right, football's
Like,
banned,
and if a player wants to leave, they have to pay for their own release clause. Like, the club doesn't pay the release clause. The player has to pay their own release clause to leave.
From where? From where? With
From
what
their
money,
own
bro?
pocket. From their own pocket.
That's a joke thing, bro.
Man,
Yeah, La
on that
Liga's
note,
long.
blood. On that note,
Oh,
La Liga
before we go. Oh yeah, you say La Liga's not that guy.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I don't have the energy.
I was going to say we're losing an all-time great from the Premier League as official. Referee Mike Dean has officially.
Robin, come off it.
Turn it in.
Hey, come off it, Robin, man.
Oh, because I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's gone, but I'll probably give it a quick mention.
Whatever. Friggin' benefit. You know he's on that soccer socials. He's even done an interview on that. What an absolute tool.
I know. I'm just gonna let you guys know we're not at the end of Mike Dean. Like, Mike Dean will be around. He's gonna be on TV. He's gonna be a pundit. He's gonna be a game. Like, he's not. We haven't seen the end of him. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's not refereeing anymore. But yeah, he'll be on Sky Sports or BT or one of them. Boss Like Endo says, "Yo guys, please tell me you saw the Twitter meme where they mocked Salah in the caption and it said, 'My blood thought he was Aguero.'" Yeah, that was disgusting. I didn't even notice. I saved the meme because I was like, okay, I'm going to use this again. Like when someone thinks they're the guy, I'm just going to put that in group chat. But the fact it says "my blood" is just disgusting. What is my blood?
My blood. Yeah, man. Boy, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. We'll be back next week. We'll do the end of season awards next week. Of course, Europa League action, Europa Conference League final action. And when's the Champions League final? Is it on the weekend?
This Saturday.
Yeah,
This Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll dabble. We'll dabble in Champions League.
The big one is the Europa Conference League.
This whole week.
Mourinho.
This whole week. Oh, Hala Madrid.
Hala.
And
when Vinny gets his hands on the Champions League. Oh, sorry, that's Vinny. Vinny is what? Yeah. Vinny, Rodrigo, Benzi, my guys. When Eden Hazard lifts that trophy, I'm unbearable, guys.
He hasn't kicked a ball for Madrid this year, has he?
I'm unbearable.
He can't get a medal, though.
He does get a medal.
Of course he gets a medal.
Of course he gets a medal. You get a medal when you put in your 23, when you put in your team sheet, everyone on that team sheet gets a medal.
I've done nothing to affect this, but I'm gonna.
He came on against.
How do you think Brewster? Who got the medal that while he was cutting his trim? Was it Brewster?
Yeah,
Brewster.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's now doing the slums in Sheffield. Fair play. Good luck. Good luck with them, man. There. But yes, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. We'll be back next week. We'll be talking about the Champions League final, the Europa Conference final, and the end of season awards. It's going to be blockbuster. Anything else you guys want to say before we close?
No. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant.
It's been a great season. Obviously, we've had some increased growth this year, so I appreciate everybody.
Done.
Please like the video. Please
subscribe. Like the video. And also, big up to the Arsenal fans who sang Patrick Vieira, he kicks when he walks. Fantastic chant. That was brilliant against
the Palace fans changed that to Patrick Vieira, he kicks who he wants, which is probably better.
Oscar, I don't care. You said you got super Frankie Lampard, okay?
The season is over.
Yeah,
the season is over.
L's, man. You've done nothing this year. Chelsea, 100 million. You've done nothing this year. You did nothing this year.
We're champions of the world. What are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
Champions of the world.
Till next week when we talk about the Champions League.